early on a Saturday morning. Alright, well, it is what it is. This is a meta question. A meta question assumes that your character has all the information they would need to answer this question successfully. If you, the player, don't have this information, you should probably pass on the question. Alright, so the question today is, meta question, if you had to permanently kill off one of the Ninja Turtles, who would it be and why? God damn.
Oh,
God damn. Alright, well...
coming from?
Huh.
I'm pretty sure that's an Orf question, but, because we love Orf. We love Orf. While you think about this world, this multiverse shattering question, would somebody, for a third hero point and a third hero point draw, like to give me a recap of what happened last week? If you do, roll a d20 into that there chat. Bellanora with a 4, going once, going twice. Stole to Bellanora for 4. What happened last time, Bellanora?
Alright, we opened to combat in the Forbidden Archive of the Church of Bry. We're here to uncover mystery behind the disappearance of Casawana, the former Bry priest who recreated the formula for Pyronite. On our way out, we were confronted by a bounty hunter which spiraled into a multifaceted battle when Clockwork Guards got involved, In the very first round, Stack the Deck triggered a wild surge effect that changed all of our appearances to that of alligator people covered in glowing scrolls. Uncertain of the situation, I ran to the far corner where I found myself standing over the body of the bounty hunter Kureos. Feeling some guilt about him dying after surrendering to us, I revived him with a healing potion. Meanwhile, Ketrin managed to defeat the last Clockwork and began to drag Discretion towards our escape route at the sewers. Once in the sewers, Ketrin attempted to heal Discretion with a lay on hands, which triggered yet another wild surge, which created localized earthquakes. We stumbled forward, repeatedly falling into the foul water as the tremors continued, and we eventually reached a hexagonal room with a pool of fetid water making up the most of the center. Discretion bravely attempted to secure a grappling hook and get to the other side to secure a rope for us, and during this process emerged an Otyugh from the center. Foul creature with many tentacles and a large gaping maw. Meanwhile, we began to hear the sounds of the Clockworks pursuing us through the sewers. Discretion was able to help Ketrin and Stack get across, and then as I attempted, I fell to the waters below, right next to the beast. Very fortunately, Vulture came to my rescue very daringly, and through a great deal of teamwork, we were able to get out of the gross water and make our way into the passage that led us to our escape. Fortunately, the Clockworks and the Otyugh dealt with each other and allowed us to escape. And then as we exited the sewers, we met with Phoebe, who then gave us our next mission, and we are now moving towards finding a airship captain to bring us to our destination in the Mana Waste.
Wonderful. Alright. I will add that we ended with you guys leveling up, and that because time is of the essence, there is not going to be real experienced 7 days of downtime that I'm trying to work in between levels. It will be the timey-wimey calling upon your training and your resources from before the adventure began, right? So if you work for money, you just go hit up like an old contact or a secret stash of money you have somewhere in the city. That represents the money that you would have earning income. If you treat diseases for some of that time, it just shows that you're just that badass at treating disease that you gave them a couple of hours of attention instead of the full experience amount of time. Because we're not experiencing that time, the 3 diseases and 1 curse that are currently afflicting the party are not going to suddenly advance 7 days. So you at least have that going for you. Alright, cool. Excellent. Take your third hero point and your third hero point card draw. If anybody would like to answer this question for a D3 Factspiration that could be added to any D20 check after the fact, unheard of power in the realm of Pathfinder 2, go ahead and roll a D20 into chat. curious. See what harm you'll wreck on the Ninja Turtle fandom. All right, stack with an 8. I know it's gonna be Michelangelo, bro. I know you're gonna kill Michelangelo. All right, going once, going twice. All right, stack the deck. If Stack had to, not Cadenex, if Stack had to kill one of the Ninja Turtles forever, every incarnation of this Ninja Turtle, which one?
As
Why?
a clarification question, do they die or are they removed from the story?
No, they die. They're permanently killed off.
All right, I kill off. I kill off Leonardo.
Okay, strong pick.
Because it would be a good story because I'm following it that the other Ninja Turtles would take up the mantle of leadership in Leonardo's absence.
Okay, all right, that's a good answer. All right. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously during the campaign.
How about Boots?
Okay. Sure. Let's see. Man. Alright. Who would Boots... Yeah, you know what? Boots would also get rid of Leonardo, but for different reasons. One, Michelangelo is a party dude. And in addition to being a party dude, in many of the timelines, he's a sweet boy. And you just don't hurt Michelangelo. Raphael, in many timelines, is big. That's something that Boots can appreciate. So you can't get rid of the big guy. And then Donatello, he makes all the gadgets and gizmos and stuff. And as an Alkenstar boy, Boots definitely respects that. Leonardo, he wears blue, and he's very bossy, and he bosses everybody around. When you want to have fun, when you want to eat someone in the middle of the street, he tells you you're not allowed to do it. And, you get mad sometimes when you get bossed around all the time. And, Blue Leonardo, a real jerk sometimes. So I guess if someone had to get eaten, if someone had to get picked up and fed into your hungry belly, it would definitely be Leonardo. Anyways, not projecting at all. That's a Boots answer. Yes. Wonderful. All right. So the adventure resumes at the Bullet and Barrel Saloon. Let me grab you guys some Musax. Thinking some space banjo this morning. That'd be nice. I like space banjo. All these genres of music. Just who knew? Who knew? I mean, somebody must have. Still reeling from discovering funk. Can't believe funk isn't music. It's just Mouskin singing dance club music. You 80s kids would call them chipmunks. Alright. If you want, you're in for a treat if you haven't listened to funk music yet. Go check it out, you Mouskin enthusiast. Alright, so in the Bullet and Barrel Saloon, you have some people that are down bad. You all feel more experienced. Discretion, you feel that your draconic heritage coming back into its full bloom. Apparently, violence and adrenaline are the key ingredients to reawaken your potential. I'm going to go round robin and just ask people what they did with their timey-wimey 7 days of non-existent downtime. We'll start with Ketrin, because they're sleepy this morning. So, Ketrin, what did you do with your timey-wimey?
So, first, I tried to treat disease on me and Vulture and failed miserably.
Hype. Love it.
I was way too tired on that. So
you critically failed? Because that's real bad. If you critically failed.
I critically failed, and then I just wasted a hero point on it, so that I only failed. I mean,
beautiful.
Unless I don't know what the DC actually is. So
yeah,
I got a 16. I might have still critically failed. I don't know.
The DC is actually only a 20 against the Filth Fever. And I believe he has sepsis or syphilis or something from the other one.
Yeah. Well, I just failed.
Okay, fair enough. All right, and each one of those attempts took one of your 7 days, right?
I can treat 2 at a time now.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
Okay, so you have
that
six. You
took
have
1
six.
day.
You have 6 more days. Do you want to just spend that doing downtime, making some money, or?
I'm wondering if I should try again, but my rolls thus far have been so bad that I'm a little scared to. So yes, I think I'll just make money.
All right, just let nature take its course. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. There should be a macro for making money. It's been a
There we.
while.
Oh,
All
I
right.
I failed at that too. Cool.
Oh.
Cool.
you. Okay, so you pick up a little bit of money that you had stashed away. Literally a little bit of money that you had stashed away. Not the best week, but you're not feeling so. Not, it's not really a week, right? It's just not the best.
Yeah.
The best rolls. That's okay. That's okay. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on. We got Stack. What do you do with your non-existent week?
So in the morning, he goes off into like a field, and he goes and checks on this like magic lamp.
Okay, so you by field you mean desert,
Desert, yeah,
outside of town? Is that where you go?
yeah,
Okay, all right.
like
And what
like an
are you gonna do?
undeveloped block. Yeah, he's
Are you
gonna,
gonna rub the lamps for seven times? Is that the plan?
yeah. So that's the plan.
That's what you want to spend your downtime doing? Okay, hold on. Uh, where did I
See if
put
Stack
that?
survives the week.
I had hoped you'd forgotten about this. Let me go grab the notes for it. Let's see. All right. That's the wrong campaign that starts with an O. Let me check. All right. Oh man, you guys got this a while ago. It's pretty far up here on my notes. Let's see. Almost there.
It was during Cover Blown.
Ah, yes. What's this ability? Oopsie whoopsie. Oh man, that's cool. Let's see. All right. Okay. Go ahead and give me a D100.
There's gotta be wishes in this lamp. I know it.
It's gotta be wishes of the slap. Okay. Let's see.
It was
All
part
right.
genie implication offensive. Genies are just powerful magical beings that can cast witch.
Okay, so you feel a pulse of necrotic energy fire out of the lamp in a 30-foot radius. I guess you kill some ambient, desert life, and then you gain some hit points.
Oh.
And then that's it. All right, next day. All right. Okay. For the entire day, you're under the effects of mirror image,
Huh.
which I think still exists in Pathfinder revised.
Like, or something weird.
No, I found it when I searched the thing. The mirror image still exists. Normally duration of 1 minute. This is all day mirror image. Okay.
Well, yeah, I can't do anything with that. All these 80s.
Oh, but here's the other thing. Every day when you roll it, you're also having to trigger an actual wild surge. So, so for every D100, also give me a D20. I'm not gonna look up the calendar. We're just gonna set it at a 7 or less each day. All right. So that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Master of wild magic over here. So 81. For the rest of the day, you have 4 Pac-Mans instead of 3.
Wow.
Holy shit. That would have been the day to get shit done. Okay. Day 4. All right. Let's see. Give me the d20 roll.
This poor genie never gets any rest.
Okay. So you don't cause a wild surge, but the lamp explodes in a fireball. But don't worry, it's a Pathfinder fireball. Sorry. First time I cast a fireball on Pathfinder, I was like, oh, okay. That happened.
Is it
Watch
dead?
out. Here's
Oh.
your 20 points of fire damage. It's actually pretty good for 66, but no, not really. All right. Next day.
Oh,
The lamp survives.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Oh, 99. That sounds important. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. Give me your d20 roll. Okay. Yeah. You regain any expended spells that you might have used today, and recharge any items that can be recharged to their full capacity. And the next spell you cast does not use one of your spell slots.
Does that recharge the lantern for that day?
Good question. Yeah, sure. I guess it's an item in your possession that has a charge. So you may roll again. Alright, 71.
does that spell, like free spell, last until I cast another spell?
All of these are essentially the day of.
Oh,
The day
okay.
of, yeah. You gain resistance to all damage. Resistance 5 to all damage for the rest of the day. Okay. Give me that d20 roll since you activated the lamp again. No problem, no problem. Oh my gosh. It's like watching someone play Russian roulette.
Yeah.
This is incredible. Okay. 91. Alright, 91. Oh. You feel that if you were to die right now, you would reincarnate.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you just wanted to kill yourself in the middle of the desert, I guess, you know in your heart that you would reincarnate.
And this lasts all day.
Yeah, you have to deal with this thought in the back of your mind all day. This genie's a big fan of like Cinderella, so all this stuff ends at midnight, whatever time zone you're in.
Okay.
So I guess like in the Gremlins movie, if you hop on an airplane and you keep flying ahead of midnight, like the buff would stay forever. All right, and then give me your check for Wild Surge.
Amazing.
This guy's so good at magic, y'all. I don't know how you get any random, like, any Wild Surges at all with him in the party. All right, is that 7?
Yeah.
All right.
So
you
yeah,
head
I'm
back
in
to
more.
town. For now, you're convinced this thing is an object of great power.
Yeah, I tell everyone about it. It's like, yeah. It's like I'm immortal, gang.
Oh, honey, no.
No, try it. Try it. Like he hands it off. Like you try this thing.
Takes a
Something.
big step back.
You used magic 8 times in the mana waste without any issue. I mean, what further proof do you need that you've mastered it, bro? You've mastered magic. I'm proud of you. All right. So that happened. All right.
Stack the deck. I spent a year doing research out in the mana waste, letting people activate wild surges. The things I've seen. They would taunt me for the rest of my life.
Well, I guess they weren't lucky.
I guess not.
All right. That's what you spend your whole week doing. Transitioning over to Bella. The camera turns to Bella. What does Bella get up to during this non-existent week of time?
Very boilerplate, some alchemy work, but I'd like to say I go to Gax Nixbricks and do some work for it with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna make him some explosives and earn some money. Because
right.
Lyserius.
It's Alkenstar, so you could do a job up to 3 levels higher than your current level if you wanted to. But that was a success, so you might just want to keep that money. So
yeah.
So you 35 silver and 14 gold.
Huh.
Nice.
That's okay.
I mean, it's like hundreds
Yeah.
and
Oh
hundreds
wait,
of
it's 14
dollars.
gold. No,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I don't know
missed
why
the
they give
14
you the
gold.
silver first.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah. So it's actually 17.5 gold if you think about it. All
Yeah.
right, discretion. What do you get up to during the non-existent week of downtime?
Alright, well, since we're not actually like spending time working, and instead it's a weird like
Yeah. You're just
money's
grabbing. You're
always
grabbing money from your past,
so
essentially.
I'll say that I will sneak around town,
Okay.
climbing around the rooftops, going to like stashes that I left there
Okay.
over 10 years ago, like
So
chimneys and stuff.
you're gonna stealth work essentially, like vigilante work. Is that? Or are you trying to acrobatics?
Right.
What skill are you trying to leverage here?
I mean, stealth would probably be appropriate. I guess best mechanically would be athletics, which would also make sense.
I mean,
For climbing,
do you have
but
lore Batman? Because you could just say that this was money you took from criminals back in the day.
I only have Lost City, unfortunately.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if that would be.
I think stealthing
Yeah.
around rooftops would make more sense.
Yeah. All right, go for it. Give me stealth, and we'll say that you could do up to one level higher than your stealth because it's such a kind of obtuse thing. And honestly, as a solo fight, you probably wouldn't want to fight anybody higher than one level above you. So
I'll risk it.
Yeah.
Well,
Oof. Okay. So you find a little bit of money in one of your stashes. Looks like somebody got into it. Maybe they were too scared to take all the money.
the money that I did have, though, I've spent on some gadgets, so happy now.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. All right. That brings us to Vulture.
So the first day, Vulture would be asking Phoebe if they could get him supplies so he can work on his gun again.
Okay. Oh yeah,
No.
because you have to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Make a new
so,
gun?
So he
Okay.
literally just spends the whole day doing that.
Okay.
Cleaning, modifying, adding attachments, all that stuff. Second day. Second day, he just goes into a corner and just goes inert.
Oh. Okay.
And he just sits there for a while. Pretty much the whole day. This is me just essentially recalibrating that Vulture is no longer taking the rogue dedication. He has switched over to Ranger dedication.
Okay. Fair enough. And this is your level 5 respec.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, did anybody do their level 5 respec, or are they pretty happy with what they got? Are there any major changes we should be expecting, or?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Okay. Now, keep in mind that anytime you have a week of downtime, you can use that to change one thing about your character. This is very important for some builds because sometimes you take like a level 1, 2, or 3 feat and it's really good, and then eventually it's not very good anymore, and then you kind of can switch it out for something else. It's like the D&D equivalent of no longer needing the sleep spell. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of, even though I'm not offering like a full respec every level or whatever, like if you're finding like, this ability just doesn't jive with what I got, you can always spend that week of downtime between levels switching something out, which I think is a pretty cool feature. I think it's cool because it's a raw feature. So as a player, you can have confidence that if you did need to change something about your character, but you had an incredibly strict DM, you'd still be able to do that. So I do think that's pretty cool. Or if something uncommon or rare was unlocked through the campaign, you might take that as an opportunity to retrain to gain access to that. So, like you guys have access to the Alkenstar agent dedication, for example. So that's something to think about as well. All right, sweet. That's everybody's downtimes.
Oh, that was just
Now
up to date too.
Okay. What else you got?
Just in conjunction, would my sicking and fatigue go away, but not the 2 diseases I have, right? Because Ketchin wasn't able to treat us.
Well, remember, this isn't 7 real days passing. You guys are getting 1 night of rest, and then you're heading out to find the airship stuff. But sickened, yeah. I mean, out of combat, I'm assuming you know how to throw up, so
Yeah.
you can. Yeah.
So that goes away.
And then fatigue will go away because you're getting some sleep.
Okay. Just wanted to make
Yep.
sure those were
Yeah,
done.
no worries.
So then, after he's kind of completed his changeover,
Mm-hmm.
I guess he'll kind of get a head start on trying to find some things about this airship.
Okay. So you wanna basically wibbly wobbly timey wimey say that when the subject of airship comes up, you already have this information because you researched it in the past or you knew it from your past. Okay, cool. Yeah. So go ahead and give me recall knowledge. You doing this as a downtime activity? Okay. So if it's good, I'll give you some really good information. I don't see any lores here that might help you with that. All right. So first attempt, crafting wise, you know a bit about airships, which is good. Let's see. Where is this information I need? Ah, right. All right, so you know that airships come in a number of sizes and makes and models. The average airship is a level 12 vehicle. It is rare and gargantuan. It costs about 6,000 gold, which you 5e players are like, LOL, I'll buy 6. But you Pathfinder players, it's a little pricey. Generally, there's one pilot and 5 other people to help with the goings on of the ship. Generally, 2 engineers, a navigator, and a co-pilot. And then the 5th one, I think, just runs errands and shit around the boat. Generally, they can carry about 15 people. They have a decent flight speed, which is alchemical, but also magical. So it can be a bit dangerous to ride on airships in the mana waste, which is why the skies just aren't completely riddled with them. Because alchemy and technology has not been enough, at least not in this campaign setting, to get the airships running without some sort of magical assistance. It's something that they are still working towards, but this is like the early days, essentially, of clockwork airships. They're still reliant on some of the more traditional magic components for that kind of stuff. At least for the long distance flights. Let's see. Yeah, so that's you kind of just have the general gist of it. You know what I'm saying? That part of why airships are expensive and not widely used is because they are still a bit volatile in nature. All right, you can attempt another check if you'd like, though the DC will go up a little bit to show that you're exhausting your knowledge of the subject. Yeah, with that, you can't recall anything more than what you already did. You can try again if you'd like.
And this will be the last one for me.
Okay. Oh, okay. You remember, Sydney, told you about an airship, she used to work on, when she was young. It was called the Second Kiss, and, the way she would describe the captain of the ship, the individual Pharaoh Winslow, a dwarven Nephilim of definitely infernal descent, was a wild and free and crazy woman who was willing to take any sort of risk, go on any sort of mission, and the things that she saw and the stuff that she learned working for her, that's, when she finally had enough and set out on her own, she took those memories with her, and they were the most exciting times of her life.
Could I get that name again?
Yeah. Let's see. I think I spelled it right. There we go.
Cool. Thank you. And Nephilim is just different word for or
And
Pathfinder
it's
for tiefling.
it's tiefling now. Yeah, it's tiefling
Okay.
or ASMR or half space robot. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anything with extraplanar blood in their bloodline is Nephilim now.
Okay.
All right.
All
Well
right.
done. Well done. You still have what? 2 days left. That was 5 days.
He'll report his findings to the team, and then I guess that's his kind of contribution to that for right now.
Okay.
He does
You
want to
want
send he does want to
okay.
send a message to Dance to ask
Okay.
for a meeting at in the next day or so.
Okay. Dance of Tharaz.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she will meet. Yeah, again, this is all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. So she would be willing to meet with you, but it's going to be the same day that everyone's trying to find an airship.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
And that's it.
All right. So with all of that completed, what are you guys going to do now?
Well, gang, I guess we need to find an airship.
Get out of here.
That starts with the captain. So
Oh,
who's
we gotta find the airship, right? But I guess, do you find the driver or the ship?
Assume that a captain would have a ship and a ship would have a captain.
Maybe we could ask around town to follow Vulture's lead.
Mm-hmm.
There need to be one that is not all in the up and up. They need to be willing to take on dodgy jobs.
Oh,
I
could buy some information from my information broker friend to see if he knows. I mean, he's a rich guy. He probably knows about boats. He has boat money.
Is he gonna tell people that we're going on this journey if we ask him?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, information broker's information. I mean,
That's for sure. We just increased our notoriety. We're worth a lot more now, I'm sure. Have we seen over the course of this timey-wimey week, and we're going around town? Do we see new wanted posters?
For yourselves, yeah. I mean, if it makes you feel better, your bounties have gone up. Each of you is now worth 300 gold.
Are we all worth the same, or some worth more than others?
Oh, is this like a One Piece thing where one of you's Tony Chopper, and you're only worth a little bit of money, and that's really cute. Man, now you're asking me to rank how criminal you guys have been.
One of us burned down a library. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would say, sure, here we go. Stack and discretion. You guys are on the leaderboard with 350 each, because you are deemed the most dangerous. You're deemed the most dangerous. Vulture, you are on there at 300. Ketrin, you're on there at 250. Just because people don't like that you were embezzling money through your orphanage for crime, because that's apparently what people are saying now, is that you were embezzling, and also you were selling your children to child labor camps. Fortunately,
I'm sorry, what money?
Yeah.
The orphanage had money? This is news
Well,
to me.
that's why it was so poor, because that greedy dwarf, she was keeping it all. Fortunately, Muglin Industries came in and gave all those children jobs. Yeah. And then Bellanora, you're on there for 150.
You need to step it up, Eleanor.
I think you missed the point of what we are trying to accomplish. Discretion.
Yeah,
we also trying to clear our names.
Wait, what? What are we with?
Listen, if we're caught, we're dead either way. You may as well make it look good.
Yeah, have fun with it. Yeah, the base is already broken. You got to keep playing.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
can't believe I joined with these people.
All right. Man, that's a whole thing. All right. So you guys head out into the city proper. All right. So in Skyside, there's a place called Pilot Square. All right, and with discretion, special feat. Give me either a 1 hour gather information, or all of you give me a gather information, and discretion give me 2 gather informations to see if you could locate Farrah Winslow.
Are these open or hidden?
It's blind by default.
Yeah, it should be blind by default. All right. Because, you know, maybe you critically fumble or something, and then I set you guys up, and they're like, "You're looking for Farrah Winslow? You only found a bullet in the stomach." Something like that, you know.
Nice.
Bullet in the gut. Bullet in the gut would have been better than the stomach. We'll change that in rewrites, so.
I can replace mine with society.
All right. Let's see. So, stack, pretty good. Vulture, not good. Discretion, first one not great. Stack, you rolled twice. Why'd you roll twice? You
The
don't get to roll
first
twice.
one, the first one, I thought it was labeled as self-roll, so I didn't know if it went through or not.
Okay. And then let's see. And Bella rolled well. Okay, so Bella and Stack, you guys are able to find out that Farrah Winslow was once a famous airship pilot and pod racer. Yeah, that's right. They got pod racing here, just like in the best Star Wars movie. And then insightful comments. And then she's actually out of the game. She believes that that she or her ship is cursed. And given the fact that she would fly around the mana waste a lot, that could literally be a thing. So as much as it pains her, she stopped flying her ship. She fired her crew, and she spends most of her time drinking, man horn, lady horn, and feeling bad for herself. You could find her at the Limp Eggplant. It's a very seedy soda bar where you basically just go to ruin your life. Do you guys head over there?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm buying recipes.
All right. Now, that morning, Vulture, you received word that you needed to meet Dancer of Tharaz. Now, she is in Skyside, but you would have to separate from the party, probably, or convince them to go with you to the meeting. It's not until about 5 in the afternoon. It's currently early in the day, so the odds that Farrah is going to be there drinking so early are high, based on what you've heard.
Yeah,
That's where she's at.
I probably would rather take care of that first before going off.
Okay, so you're going to hang out with the party and go see Farrah. All right. And then I will advance to the next day so that will represent that time is passing. All right. And then that means that we got to do a disease check real quick on everybody. All right. So, we'll start with your malaria.
Are we talking diseases?
Robot malaria. Okay.
I can offer him anti-plague mutagen to help him get through this.
Okay. All right.
Or one of my infusions for it.
Yeah. So all of his organic bits, because these robots still have organic bits. You know, D&D Warforged essentially, are in a bad way. They're in a real bad way. Okay. So go ahead and let's see. Oh wow. This is like some fast-acting. Oh, no, my bad. I was looking at the wrong one. You don't have malaria. You have sewer haze. Sorry. All right. That makes more sense.
Don't know if that's
Okay.
better or worse.
Oh, that's actually great, because your sewer haze doesn't start until tomorrow. All right. Yeah, you didn't...
I also have another new thing. As a level 5 item, I can give him Contagion Metabolizer, which will allow him to make the check and like immediately if he needs to.
Wow, what's this? Contagion seeks out toxins in the bloodstream and to purify them into humors and body processes normally. When you use elixir, it attempts to counteract check with a plus 11 to remove. Okay, so 30 gold, bro. Is this one of the things you can just make every day?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Alchemist
That's really
coming
good.
online.
All right. So mark that one off and give me a plus 11. Is this against the sewer haze? Because that won't hit until tomorrow. Or do you want to do the filth fever that is about to hit Ketrin and?
I just made 3 by making 1.
Oh, okay. Well, delete 2 of them and then roll the die. The little button there. You're trying to hit a 20. And the first one will be for Vulture, and the second roll will be for Katrin.
Wait, who is supposed to roll? Am I gonna roll?
Well, I mean, it's sure if you want, or the
Okay.
person administering it can roll. I just need a D20 plus 11, trying to beat a DC 20.
Oh.
Sure.
All right, here comes mine.
And mine. Oh, Jesus.
All right, Vulture. This does manage to cure you of the filth fever. However, Ketrin, it is of no help to you. You must give me a fortitude save, DC 20, to see if you could recover on your own.
My fortitude save is actually better.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're a champion.
Okay.
All right, so neither of you have that. You can remove your green dot. Vulture, you'll keep your yellow dot for sewer haze until that is taken care of or done tomorrow.
Okay.
I guess another hour later, Bella could just give you the third one that she made today, and you could try to get rid of that too, since we're kind of in like free exploration time. So go ahead and roll a d20 plus 11. That you're trying to beat a 23 fortitude against sewer haze.
All right.
Sewer haze is also virulent, which I believe, yeah,
And
afflictions
Ketrin
with
didn't
the,
get rid of it yet, right?
well, filth fever isn't disease, or isn't virulent. Sewer haze is the one that's virulent. Okay, so many healers and alchemists suspect that sewer haze is a supernatural origin, given its association with particularly strong otyugs. So virulent. Afflictions with a virulent trait are harder to remove. You must succeed at 2 consecutive saves to reduce a virulent affliction stage by 1, but a critical success reduces it by 1 instead of 2.
Fortunately, it's been counteracted, so... I don't think
Counteract means it would have to be a critical success to work, right? Against virulent?
I think it's just gone. Like, if something's counteracted, it's gone.
Oh, okay, sweet. All right, then it is taken care of. Fantastic. That has got to feel pretty good, Bellinor.
Finally getting to do something.
All
I'm
right.
excited about it.
Hell yeah. Man, sewer haze is bad too. It causes
bunch of new tricks.
drained, so it's
I can-
real bad.
I can make lesser elixirs of life now on tap, so we got healing.
All right, so let me see. I'll try to find some seedy tavern music. Hold on.
So my yellow dot's gone, yeah.
Yeah, you are disease free.
All right. Thank you, Bellinora.
It's the least I could do after what you did for me last week.
Aw, literally yesterday, but yeah.
Well, I guess it's just a meta week.
It felt
Yeah.
like a week.
All right, so you guys head into the Shady Tavern. All right, the bartender, a skeleton of reputable size, looks over at you. Its two eye lights peering out at you. It says, "What do you have?" Anybody? Anybody?
I'll say
Orange soda.
Okay. All right.
Coffee,
You want?
coffee black.
Okay.
Milk, steamed.
give me something that would really put the pep in your step.
Oh. Okay. So they give you Star Cola, which is just the original Coca-Cola from Earth. So opium, cocaine, just the normal stuff that you put in Coca-Cola. All right, Ketrin, they only serve orange soda with pulp. Is that gonna be a problem?
Fine.
Okay. All right. This is that kind of place. As a kid who grew up in Italy, where our Fanta had orange pulp in it, it's the good stuff. I'm telling you, it's the good stuff. All right. So, you guys take your drinks, sit or stand at the bar. The place has a feeling of despair. It has a feeling of this is the end. I've come here because I don't want to go on, but I'm too tired to end it myself. I'm just gonna. It's like it has a purgatory kind of vibe to it. You see all sorts of people in various states of glumness and depression. You see a game of cards being played. When the guy wins, he's not even happy about it. When the people lose, they just shrug, because losing's all they know. All right, the bartender says, "So, what brings you fine folk in here? Seem like some fresh faces." "Despite being a skeleton, I'm a big fan of faces."
I guess that is a skull joke.
"Yeah, on account I don't have a face.
We're looking for a person.
But I'm always in the market." And he points to a wall, and you see where, like, some places would have, like, famous people who've dined here photos. There's just faces, just tacked to the wall.
Like peeled
And,
off faces.
Yes.
Huh. We are looking for a person named Farrah Winslow.
Oh. The whole place gets real quiet when you say that. And you see his highlights flick to a booth in the far corner. You can see rising from the booth is a plume of green brimstone. It kind of just hangs in the air. And he says, "I don't think you want any of what she's selling." And he leans in conspiratorially and he says, "She's cursed."
Aren't we all? What is she drinking?
Well, she gave up soda. It's just infernal fire whiskey for her.
How much for a bottle?
Oh man. A bottle of infernal fire whiskey, that's gonna set you back 5 gold.
Vulture will place on the table.
Okay. He hands you a bottle. It features a bunch of dwarves that have devil-like features. Those of you with training in Arcana, religion, or multiverse, I guess you would recognize them as bearded devils. I don't know if bearded devils are still allowed to revise. This must be an old vintage. So could have sworn I fought one in the vaults, but that was a long time ago. All right. So yeah, it has a heat to it that you feel even through the bottle. You feel like this beverage causes a small amount of fire damage as you drink it.
Takes a bottle and walks to the booth.
All right. as you approach the booth and you move through the plumes of green smoke, you see that they are coming out of a cigar in the mouth of this dark-skinned, one-horned dwarf. I guess she wouldn't be wearing all of her pilot gear. That'd be super sad if she was still. You know what? She is. She's wearing all of her pilot
Including the little medal.
Damn.
including the little medal she got from when she was a mercenary in one of the wars. Yeah, it's
Even
really.
a good medal. It's just a little bronze one.
Hey, listen. That's what mercenaries get. You know, it's not always like the end of Star Wars where they give you a big medal, unless you're a Wookiee. Anyways, so Farah looks up at all of you. Her eyes are almost like glowing liquid blood, matching her blood red lips that leave a slight lipstick stain on the cigar as she smokes it. You can see an ashtray in front of her has 7 or 8 other cigar butts that have been put out, and that she's already on her 3rd bottle of Infernal Fire Whiskey. She looks up at all of you and she says, you need something?
Maybe it's you that needs something and we're bringing it. And I don't mean the whiskey, although smart choice on the drink. Probably the only thing that keeps the glasses clean in here.
Okay, she smiles at your Yelp review of the shitty establishment. She eyes you up and down, and she says, "It's a bit early for whoring, so I don't think you got anything that I need."
Got a job.
She raises an eyebrow. She says, "You got the look of an adventuring band, or some mercs." You guys. Oh yeah, I should ask. Of course, right? You guys are using disguises, right?
Assuming the
Yes.
surge magic will allow it.
Okay. Let's see. Today's good question. Otherwise, you do magical disguises because I just want the adventure to continue, or non-magical disguises.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll assume you're disguised. She will make a check against your disguises. Though technically it works the other way around, but I feel like a passive is the same as an active. You just do different math. So I'll give a perception for her real quick. Okay. So yeah, I don't think she would recognize any of you from your posters. And there was bronze time, around 6 to 10 a.m. was bronze time, so it would have been a pretty safe time to go and try and activate your hats. So, all right. So she looks at all of you and she says the thing about adventurers and mercs, doesn't recognize any of you from your wanted posters, and says, I'm done flying, so I don't know what else good I am to you.
Flying's not done with you.
Oh shit. Oh my god, that's like some Jerry Bruckheimer shit right there. Oh my god. Okay. So she hears that, and you see the corner of her mouth quirk up in a smile, and she says, you don't think so?
There's one last job, out into the manor ways. Promises to be explosive. But not the ship.
We hope.
So you got a job involving the manor waste. That's big money right there. Why would I... How much money we talking about? I need 2,000 gold. I'll take you where you want to go in the manor waste.
There has to be something that you want other than money.
All right, so that is not an incredibly unfair ask for what what you guys want, but at the same time, it sort of has the vibe that she threw out a big number just because she has no intention of doing it, just trying to scare you guys off.
I'll say
yeah.
that's quite an offer, but I got a better one. And I'll try and lowball it to her, but also be like, so 1,000, but once you do this job for us, and I've never been really one to keep secrets very well myself, despite the name, I suppose. But you do this job for us, you'll get in good with the real government. And then you'll get real jobs flowing in, not just this one. You'll get out of this dump, get better fire whiskey, the type that scorches your neck clean.
All right, give me a diplomacy.
Cigars that don't. I don't know. I've never really been one for cigars, so I don't really know what makes it good. Yeah, I'll throw a diplomacy at him. Go.
Okay. Anyone with who would like to, you may attempt a perception to see if you can kind of check the vibe that's going on here.
The hero point their way to change it to a 21.
If you're doing
Okay.
persuasion checks, don't forget the mutagen I gave you.
Ooh. Yeah. That's silver tongue. That gives
Alright.
+2 item bonus. So 23.
Okay. All right. She says, you do a lot of talking, but I could appreciate what you're saying. Vulture and Stack, you get the sense that she misses flying a lot and wants to fly again, and is really just you know when like your date says, "Oh, I look terrible tonight," and then they look at you the side of their eye.
Expecting a compliment.
Yeah, right. Like they're waiting for something. You know what I'm saying? Like she definitely wants to be the person she was again. She definitely wants that notoriety, that life back, but she's scared. As you kind of deliver these action hero lines to her, she says in a low whisper, You agents?
Do we have little badges, by the way?
I gotta
do
hope
believe-
not.
Yeah. I think you guys are Black Ops. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Shit.
If you had taken the Agent of Alkenstar archetype, you would have a badge. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Or
I'll
Gertz.
say-
All right, I want to use my
Let's
Say
respect
that we are.
Let's just say that we are freelancers that have connections. I heard
All right.
stories from an elf you used to work with. You used to be one of the best damn pilots this side of Alkenstar.
In Alkenstar.
Or in Alkenstar.
Yeah. She allows herself a little bit of a smile, and she says, "Oh yeah, and who's that elf?"
A blonde kid with a knack for mechanics.
You talking about a Parl?
Just slight nod of the head.
That's a shame. What happened to her? Went missing.
For the moment.
So you a friend of a Parl's, huh? Or you a creation? She was always going on and on about machines, clockworks. Always wanted to travel north, meet the cyborgs in person, see the great machines that fell from the sky.
Business
Wish she
partner.
had.
I'm a
Business partner. What sort of business has Aparo been getting herself into that would make her turn up missing?
He'll I'm assuming you know of a small blue halfling that likes to cause trouble. Blue suited halfling that likes to cause trouble.
I'm aware.
We got on his bad side.
Well, that's a fun place to be. I see. All right. Let's have a little trust exercise. You tell me exactly why you need to go to the Manor Waste. Don't leave anything out. And if I think that your intentions warrant my assistance, we could talk about booking a flight. You don't gotta worry about me blabbing to nobody. I got enough money to drink myself into the grave. And I don't talk to nobody no more.
Alright, well, I will once again prove that I don't deserve the name discretion.
And spill the beans, the whole story.
I'll just be like, well, there's some terrible fireworks being made that could... Well, I don't really know the upper limit of the explosive power, but let's just say Leavenworth City sounds reasonable to me. And we'd rather not let that happen. But the one person that knows how to do it is out there, and only we know where.
Well, if they're out there, then they're not a problem anymore.
Until they return, and
You think this person's capable of heading out and coming back? Then they definitely are someone worth fearing.
frankly, we need taken care of
Where
one way or another.
Where exactly are we headed? The Manor Wastes are big, wide. There's all manner of storms, wild magic, hideous, mutated beasts.
We're headed to a place east of Tentacle Canyon. About 2 weeks' journey by foot.
That's almost near the coast. That's pretty close to Geb, also. Alright. And you think that this individual is there, and you need to apprehend this individual to prevent explosive consequences.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was getting at when I said that the mission could be explosive, you see?
I see. It's all coming together now. I understand.
You hear the rumblings of what happened at the college.
Oh, yeah. Pyronite.
Oh,
So then you're aware.
It's that stuff, yeah.
The man that we're looking for is
He's
a former-
Vashon Gattleby.
No.
Nah, we already got him.
No.
Oh, you already got him. Isn't he the creator of Pyronite?
No!
No, there's another one. There's several, actually, at
It
this
makes
point.
sense that he would have had a partner. All right. So then
This
the partner's the
person-
one that escaped into the desert.
Exactly.
Let's go with that.
Yes.
Okay.
They're a former member of the Temple of Bry, so they're a pretty smart individual.
All right. 2 weeks by foot. That'll be at least a couple of days by air. It's a real rough patch out there. I can't guarantee you safety. But I can't deny I'm awful curious about where this is headed.
I don't think you have to worry about safety. I think we'll be providing security.
All right, here's the thing. Oh, she perks up at that. Well, if I don't have to hire security, then I just need to go pick up my old crew, or at least hire a new one.
You gotta get the old band back together, or whoever
They
they
won't.
are.
All right. Here's the thing. If I get them back together, they're gonna want to do this honest. Also, I get the feeling that if you're working for the true government, and this is such an important mission, it's got to be camouflaged. So, what we're going to do is we're going to open up a charter. Little trip to Cloud Reaver Keep. Round trip. Not available. Only one way. I need you to fill those seats. And I do need to pay my crew. So each one of these tickets that you're going to be selling is 50 gold.
Ah.
Besides you all, I want a full ship if I'm going to do this. You got to fill 15 seats at 50 gold apiece. I'll take care of the crew. You take care of the passengers. We'll leave here the morning of the 18th, so you don't got much time. Do not tell your passengers about your true destination. Just tell them it'll be affordable, and 50 gold for a airship ride to Cloud Reaver Keep is pretty cheap. It'll be affordable, one-way trip.
So, should they be strangers then, or people that we're planting?
I don't care as long as you fill the seats. We need to look like we're taking a legitimate airship ride. I start flying again with a mysterious crew of mercenaries, and I head straight out into the desert. That's gonna get some attention. But if I reopen for business and take a casual flight to Cloud Reaver Keep, well, that's just me getting out of my funk and business as usual. What do you say?
Well, we can start with Duga. He's gonna get out of town.
All right, she says, you can find me here on most days, or at this dock down in the airship yard. I live on the ship, so check in with me as you fill the seats. Let me know if you have any questions.
You still have the ship then?
Of course I still have the ship. I never sell my baby.
The second kiss is correct.
That's right.
Are you drinking in a place like this if you own a ship?
I like the atmosphere. She says, as if to accentuate that, you just hear a man quietly sobbing in the background. If none of you have gone to a dive like this, I hope you never do. It feels bad. It's one of those places in the world where there's magic in that place, and not a good kind. Yeah. All right. She seems to sober up immediately. She clamps down on her cigar after slamming the last of the whiskey in her glass. She takes your pro-offered bottle, sticks it into a bag of holding.
She would find that underneath the bottle is 5 gold.
Oh, okay. Her mouth kind of quirks up. She says she slides it back to you, and she says, "I think you're gonna need this. You're about to buy 15 tickets from me." And then she scooches out of the booth, and with ample hip, bumps against you, Vulture, and heads towards the door on rapidly steadying steps. The prospect of flying again seems to be having a rapid, sobering effect on her.
We'll have to consider if we want to bring people that we know we'll have to pay for their seats.
Sure.
All right, you guys head back into the bright light of Skyside, leaving the limp eggplant behind.
Such an interesting
All right, I got an idea. What if we make
Bad
a
name.
flyer that advertises a trip to this place and
That's
try
what
to
I was
convince
thinking.
people?
Yeah, call it like a cruise liner.
Yeah. Can I make some kind of crafting check to make a very appealing flyer to advertise our made-up vacation package.
The adventure says the players might suggest making a flyer to advertise the event. Yeah, it's gonna be a DC 19 crafting.
They fucking did.
Wow.
I'm gonna
They
use
knew.
a cognitive mutagen.
See, where is it?
The
Here it
Alkenstar
is.
way. You can't do anything sober.
Getting plastered right first thing in the morning.
All right,
Getting
you
jazzed up.
down the mutagen, your eyes dilate wildly, and you know that for the next 10 minutes, you're the most creative you're ever going to be.
And jazzed up, I get out my colored pencils and I go to town. Here we go.
All right, so
Do
yeah,
want
you guys
this
find a corner cafe, where they serve espresso or whatever, and you guys sit down, and Bella starts going ham, but maybe a little too ham.
Hero point.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Critical success. So it is resplendent. It has everything that you would want to go on a safe yet adventurous airship cruise. I believe, Ketrin, weren't you born in Cloud Reaver Keep?
Oh, yeah, I suppose I was. I did not
Doesn't-
recognize the name.
Doesn't your uncle work
No,
there?
Dongan-Hold. That's where I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dongan-Hold.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So yeah, you make a really great flyer. Now you got to get it mass produced, right?
I guess so. To the
All right.
newspaper.
Oh, you're gonna go to the newspaper to get it done. I mean, there's printing shops. You don't have to go to the
Oh, okay.
newspaper.
Okay.
You may need to bring that in, Eleanor.
She's so jazzed right now. She's coquettish in her.
Okay. All right. So let me see. Pathfinder 2E printing press. Of course, there's printing press rules. Okay. All right. They can produce 3,600 identical pages per day per printing press.
How
Okay.
much does it cost?
Or how? Yeah.
So the Gerblin working there, when you walk in, she has a very nice blue shirt on, and it says Plinkos on it, and she says, "Welcome to Plinkos. You need what do you need?
As many of these as you can make.
As many as we can make. We're limited by volume. Let's see. When do you need them?
As soon as possible.
Oh, a rush job, huh? Best I could do is 1,000. We could have it done in about 3 hours. What
How
it's
much
gonna
would that
cost you? Oh, let's see. Since it's a rush job, you're getting 1,000 of them. That's gonna be 20 gold. Sorry, that's the cost of pushing yourself to the front of the queue. You guys know that the whole city is just covered in billets, signs, capitalism, right? It's just so. This is not unreasonable for them to try and gouge you for an express job.
I'll toss over 4 gold.
Okay.
Same.
All right. She says, you're almost there."
Unless one of the talkers wants to ham it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you can try to.
All right, I'll take a stab at this. But wouldn't you want your print shop to be associated with this fine work? I think it would draw more customers to
You try to appease to her artistic integrity by showing
That's
her
right.
your critically successful adventure pamphlet. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I will give you a +2 item bonus
Nice.
to your diplomacy.
All right, diplomacy, here it comes.
Man, listen to me saying Pathfinder stuff. Oof.
I did add +2. Hero point.
Oh, you got a hero point that too. All right, excellent.
This is why I do the recaps.
Okay, it's an 18 with a +2. She says, "It's real nice, and if you ever need some work, I know people that are looking for this kind of talent. But it changes nothing about what I need today. If
All
my
right.
manager found out that I went below 15 gold on this. I'd get in trouble. And then her eyes kind of widen, and she puts her hand slowly to her mouth, like, oops.
15 gold sounds great. Let's do 15 gold.
All right, we got 8 down. If we can get another 7.
I'll put 7 down then.
All right.
There you go,
Alright.
15, like you said.
All right.
She scoops up the money, and she shouts back to the workroom area, which you can kind of see towards the back of the shop. There's like several printing presses, and there's all manner of clockwork automatons that are moving around, as well as living workers that are kind of working in tandem with the clockwork workers. And she says, "We got a rush job. Set this one to print." And she snatches the flyer from you and takes it. So it's going to be about 3 hours. In the meantime, what do you guys get up to? We'll assume at this point it's about 11 in the morning. So your print shall be ready at 2.
Vulture would like to go back to Phoebe to inform her that we have the captain to potentially send us there.
Okay.
May need a little bit of money to pay for the trip, as we're
Okay.
also getting passengers to make it look legit.
Okay. All right. So, if someone could roll me a diplomacy check to cover your conveying this to Phoebe, I will see how much of the government's purse he is willing to shake into your palms. Okay. Okay. She says, "You found a ship that fast, huh? Well, that's good news."
Captain's
All
an
right.
old friend of Sydney.
Well, I'm impressed you found anyone willing to take this flight, and it sounds like she's got a good head on her shoulders, too. Yeah, cover up would be the best way to do this. I'm sure that with Kosawana having taken flight, the airships are going to be getting a special attention. So any ships coming and going are going to be scrutinized. Yeah. All right. Best I can do, I can give y'all 400 gold. That'll buy you, what, 8 tickets?
Sounds good. The us 5 plus. Hey, Bella, you bringing Vashon?
Of course, I'm bringing Vashon and Stu.
Oh, Here. We'll I'll make a box, and this will be people you know for sure are going. Will go on the left box, and people that you think might go could go in the right box.
I'd like to
All
bring
right,
Stu in
so
case I want to
you
go
guys
cheat.
are going for sure, right? Okay.
We don't have a choice.
All right. Not to be mean, but Stu is not a person. He is a thing, so he will not count as. He will not need a ticket.
That's a win in my book.
Okay. All right. You bring in Vashon Gattleby or no?
Our Casawana expert, of course.
Okay.
Which means
Also, it's gonna be a
Slick's
2-day
also
journey. I
coming.
might get bored.
Wait, who else is coming?
Slick would have to come if Vashon's coming.
He's a pet. He won't need a ticket.
Are we taking Roxy?
Actually, you know what? He's gonna leave Slick in the care of Janaya because he's got a bad feeling about this. So
Poor kid.
yeah.
Vulture would ask.
Roxy wants to go.
First, we'll bring
Roxy
Roxy.
can come. I mean,
Roxy-
Stu, right? That's
Roxy will be so close to
communicates-
neck.
Or communicates to your discretion that she's from the Mana Waste. Maybe you guys could find her family while you're there.
You already have found your family, Roxy.
Oh dang.
good true.
Wow. Roxy turns away. She got dirt in her eyes. Okay. So you ask Gerd if you want. Yeah, Gerd would love to go to Mana Waste. That sounds great. He's Gerd, Goblin Inventor. I'm gonna need to give him some survivable stats. Hold on.
We need to bring loads of NPCs in case one of us kicks the bucket. We need a spare character.
So we really only have to pay for 2 of these. So I assume we don't have to pay for Roxy?
Oh, Roxy is definitely not a pet, She's a sentient being, so
Okay.
she would have to. Yeah.
Roxy
so we
also
got
has a
150.
handler, or Roxy has their pet potato.
If Potato would count as a person, if you want to bring Potato.
We're not
I
bringing
mean,
Potato.
these are auto seat fills. You just have to
Yeah.
pay for them.
I already
I think our
ate
flyer's gonna do a
that,
good
right?
job.
All right, we'll put Potato in the maybe. What
Yeah.
about Sweep Up? Do you want to bring Sweep Up with
No,
you? No.
no.
Okay.
I expect that anyone we bring in has a strong likelihood of dying. There's at least a decent chance this ship crashes. We're going into the Mana Waste.
So we bring Duga, or seek
Oh,
out
we're
Duga.
selling a ticket to do.
All right. So that's gonna be a
Maybe.
maybe for Duga. Okay.
Strong maybe.
All right.
Strong maybe. If he
Tom
can pay his
Gordon.
way, it's an absolute
All right.
yes.
Okay. So you're gonna try to reach out to Tom Gordon. Okay. Tom tells you that he actually can't hang out and drive a cab anymore. He got a new job. He is a co-pilot for a famous airship called the Second Kiss.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible.
Here, I gotta upgrade his token. Hold on. Instead of saying cabby, it now says cabby and pilot.
He's moving up in the world.
All right. Okay. So it looks like you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stu doesn't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seats already filled. So that's your $400 from the government.
Nice.
All right. So you still got to fill 7 more seats.
To
Got
our what do we get with our flyers? Strangers?
Oh yes. So, let's see. Should we change it to interview music? Yeah, we should change. Do you want to interview your potentials, or do you just first come first serve? Like, they're in.
Man, we should scope them out. Like, have our highest wisdom first,
Yeah.
and be like, "Are you looking? Like, are you hunting us?" Basically.
Can we bring Boomer?
Can you bring Boomer? If you want to ask Boomer if they want to go, they might be willing to go.
Don't bring anyone you're not willing to lose.
Oh. Yeah, we'll bring Boomer then.
Damn. All right. Let me see. Go back to. Oh. I guess since you're leaving Alkenstar, I could give you guys the new landing page.
Oh,
Okay.
fancy.
All right. So let me grab these people. Here we go. And just paste you guys in. Cool. And bring you over to now leaving Alkenstar. Hey. All right. So you guys are on the map and the other way. All right. That red X, that's where you're headed. So it is pretty far.
And the wild magic line is the shattered range, or I was just curious for my own
Wait,
knowledge.
what's the question?
Like, where does the wild magic start and stop? I guess.
Oh, yeah, those red dots on the map that are like, quote unquote,
Border.
the edge of the country. Yeah. That's pretty much where the wild magic would stop. So this is right up. It's still firmly in the Mana Waste.
Oh no, that's cool. I just wanted
Yeah.
to see it.
Yep. So you're going to be going to Cloud Reaver Keep, which is here, and then cutting east by southeast to your destination. So it won't even be obvious that you're heading southeast right away because you're going northeast to Cloud River Keep. Man, this lady, it's like she's maybe done some illegal stuff with her airship before. I don't know. Let's see. Just trying to change the music out a little bit. The adventure begins. That sounds fun. All right. Hope it's not too over the top. All right. So you go and pick up your flyers. They're beautiful. Bella, having come down from the high you were on when you made them, you honestly can't believe you made work this good. Sometimes,
I
as a
can.
creative, you make something so good that you're like, that was me. I did that. But I guess you're super confident, so yeah, okay. You're like, yeah, it checks out. All right. The flyers are distributed, and to say that they immediately get responded on would be a little silly because, you know, this is a pretty big decision, taking a trip. So we will say that tomorrow they meet you at the designated spot. Where was the designated spot on the flyer that they were supposed to come down and get more information? Because again, you don't have like a website or anything.
Yeah.
So
She probably set up at the ship like the next day, just kind of like set up
Okay.
a chair and wait there for people.
all right. So meet us at Dock 18 in the Skyside Airship District. We'll be selling tickets between such and such and such and such. Okay, got it. That said, you have the rest of today then to distribute flyers and reach out to people you do know. So you did reach out to Tom Gordon and found out that he's got big plans. Who else did you want to reach out to? Duga?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to see if he
Just-
wants to get
we'll
out of
just-
town.
We'll just drop a flyer outside of his house. Maybe like fold it up into a paper airplane and throw it in the door.
Okay,
Throw it in the
okay.
window. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. All right, so we don't know if Duga's gonna show up or not, but you've contacted him. You're leaving Potato behind?
I think so.
Okay, Potato's staying home. All right. Then your meeting would arrive with Dance. All right. So Dance of Tharaz, the noble slash famous dancer. Noble, I think, because of financial success, not of birth. All right. So she agrees to meet with you, but in an outdoor venue. So you guys go to the very nice park in Skyside that looks out over the Mana Falls, the big ass waterfall that they have the magic, not the magic. They have the giant clockwork screw to like bring the ships up and all that jazz. So you meet in the nice park there, and I believe it is called. Where is it?
Regarding Potato's like a nature spirit from the Mana Waste, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, I guess so.
they would actually have like some expertise out there,
Maybe.
or they might just be a dumb lashy.
That we have to pay for a seat for.
Oh, unless we can make them. But I don't know. Sometimes leshies aren't the most useful creatures.
Dang.
It's true.
It's true. All right. So let's see. I'll take you guys over to this map for no reason. Just
I'm not saying I never forgave him for that time he threw a barrel at me, but
All right. So you guys head to the Screw Overlook, and it's like a park / marketplace kind of thing. You find Dance of Tharaz on this bench over here. You do see that she has some bodyguards posted nearby, and her automobile is parked by the street. The rest of you're just gonna see that people, of course, are buying and selling, and the view is absolutely spectacular as you look over and see just all of the city kind of down below. All right, Dance of Tharaz just quietly says as you approach Vulture.
Miss Tharaz, good to see that you're doing well.
Indeed. Please take a seat. Know that I am being watched carefully.
Any particular reason?
Well, you are a criminal. I have to take precautions.
Ah, makes sense.
You would have broken Sydney's heart to see how far you've fallen. How much of what I read in the paper and see on your billets is true? How much just a fabrication? I'm starting to question it.
I would say that most of it is fabrication. I tried to reach out to you the other day when we were at the Longhorn Lounge. However, I was still under disguise, so I did not want to blow my cover. Heard the powder keg punks had attacked there before. Wanted to check up on you.
I'm fine and dandy, but thank you for asking.
You have,
What do you need?
Sorry. You have many eyes and ears, connections throughout the city. Was hoping if you could keep an ear out for anything concerning Muglin.
Well, there's a lot going on with Muglin these days. Quite a bit, in fact. He's rising through the ranks quickly, but like a gambler at the table who's feeling empowered by a lucky streak, he's becoming reckless. Took out quite a bit of money from Sharkosa. She's not the kind of woman you want to be on the bad side of. For his sake, his reckless bets had better pay off, or he'll be paying with his life.
Is that name familiar to Vulture?
You may attempt a recall knowledge, and anyone eavesdropping on the conversation may attempt a recall knowledge. If you have criminal lore or something underworld lore or something similar, you would have a much lower DC. Okay. Oh my goodness, Bellinora. All right. Vulture, you have no idea. Bellinora, when you hear that name, your heart stops in your chest. Sabora Sharkosa is... yeah. Sabora Sharkosa is a very high-ranking crime lord. She is the boss of the Golden Gunners.
Oh.
Or sorry, the Gilded Gunners.
Mm.
Yeah. She is merciless, beautiful, cunning, well-connected, and like a James Bond villain, obsessed with gold.
He reminds me of my mom.
She's also a former martial arts champion, rumored to have competed in the Phoenix Fire Fist tournament or some nonsense like that. She's apparently a real badass. You concur in your head that she's not a person that you would want to owe money to. You may ask one question about this NPC.
Where is she most known to headquarter?
They definitely like to operate out of Skyside.
Okay.
But the Gilded Gunners do love the Longhorn Lounge and Steakhouse.
Okay.
All right. Continuing your conversation. You have no idea who she's talking about, but conversation continues, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, so you're on the wrong side of Muglin. I guess you're hoping things don't work out for him.
Correct.
Well, based on what I'm interpreting from the papers, just keep doing what you're doing. It doesn't seem to be in his best interest. And if rumors are true, his partner in crime, Lovelace, is the reason that your wanted posters are everywhere and your bounty keeps going up.
Yes, he has formed a connection with the Shield Marshals.
Plenty of crooked cops in this city, but Among them, I'd say Loveless is the worst. Her heart made of ice. There's a cruelty there that just ain't natural. She's come into my club a few times. Always brings an air of fear with her. Puts everyone on edge. I wish I could tell you more, Vulture, but I don't really want to get involved.
That is fine. The business that we have with those two, well, don't want to get anyone else caught in the crossfire. Are there any tasks that you have that need to be worked on?
Edge of her mouth kind of curls up a little bit as she says, tasks that I need?
To continue the relationship that Sydney had with you.
It's a damn shame about Sydney. People go missing all the time in Alkenstar, but she was such a bright light. I looked into her disappearance, but couldn't find anything.
If the work that I am doing at the moment continues, I may have information further. I do know that Mugland has her captive somewhere. I intend to make him talk.
That's a bold accusation. You think Mugland took her, and for what purpose, I might ask?
He told me himself when he tried to throw me into a pit in the Mana Waste.
You sure he wasn't saying just to get under your skin? Everyone knows that you two are partners.
I think it was the other way around when I rolled a nat 20 and intimidated the fuck out of him.
Huh. Well, if Muglin's got her, she could be anywhere. He's got property all over the city. Underground drug labs, wet shops, not to mention connections with some of the sewer guilds. I suppose I could ask around, since you've given me a lead. See if my people can find something.
As long as it does not get you into trouble, that would be appreciated.
For Sydney, I can risk it.
But as I said,
For her robot boy toy, not so much.
Boy toy cocks his head.
She blushes and smiles a little bit, and she says, I guess Sydney didn't go through with it. All right.
Well, if there are any tasks that you have that need to be worked on, please let me know.
If I need a wanted criminal to handle some of my business, you'll be the first wanted criminal I come to.
We do have
And
some things to handle outside of the city for the next few days. If anything comes up, please let me know.
How would I reach you?
You can leave a message at the Bullet and Barrel Saloon.
Okay. She raises an eyebrow and nods. Well, I must be going. Got a big night?
Best of luck.
All right. And she and her bodyguards roll out. Okay. And I'll take you guys back to the dashboard. Sometimes you gotta put these roleplay scenes in a map just to keep the tension up, you know? So keep them guessing, you know what I'm saying? Alright.
It's just roleplay. Why do we need a map?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to the roleplay tables?
Yeah. Why are we on a map? That's something. I'm not
Why
sure.
are dice rolling? Why are we hear the dice like the Baldur's Gate tink tink tink?
Why are you grabbing? Why are you grabbing your Tiamat miniature off the shelf? Yeah.
Mhm.
So, evening sets in. You guys get a good night's sleep, and then do your interviews tomorrow, or not your interviews, but just see who answered the billets.
Mhm.
Okay. Alrighty. Then I will advance things to the next day. Nobody's got diseases. That's good. Everyone's living their best life. Wonderful.
Hmm.
All right.
Do we have any like way to see through like disguises or like imagine if like
everyone
one
does.
I mean, I gave Vulture some Eagle Eye elixirs, which should help with that.
Yeah,
because I can imagine you get some like spies or something.
Yeah,
Like
we're
a-
gonna
I
make
am
sure
good
there's
at
no
sensing
authorities.
motive.
I'll give-
I'm good at telling if people is lying.
Here you go, Catrin. I'll give you one something for that.
No, wait,
Sure.
I have a feature for this. I think. I have,
I have something for this. Cognitive, self-immolating. Oh, wait, isn't it? That's a comment by euphoric. No, it was the liar's elixir. That's what it was. Where is it?
All right. So, you guys, head over. Let's see.
Oh, I guess
Alright,
at night
sweet.
to ask the group, is there anything particular about these passengers that we are looking for? Just to make sure that they are not lying to us or disguised. That is it.
Yeah, we just want to make sure there's no authorities on the plane and maybe no one with dubious intent.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they can have dubious intent if it doesn't have anything to do with us, but nothing that's going to get us in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, you got to fill 8 seats, right? You got to fill 8 seats. Or is it 7 because you're gonna bring Boomer? I don't know if Boomer wants to spend $50 though.
cheap bastard.
Let's see. Okay. So the first person in line to go on this trip is a local dinosaur farmer who made a very small amount of money selling slimy black water from his ranch to Ambrose Muglin.
Back.
Gus.
All right.
Oh.
What the fuck
Yeah.
is shooting so hard?
All right. So he says, "Oh hey, my name's Gus, and I saw the flyer,
You're
and
on.
it's beautiful. Oh, what? Oh, all right, here's my money." And he gives you the money, and he is going flying.
Really hope this doesn't kick us. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. A beautiful, blue-skinned woman approaches. Oh, hold on. Here's your full art. There we go. She introduces herself as Ten Kira. Let me see if I.
Right.
Okay, yeah. She says, "My name is Ten Kira. Flying in an airship. It sounds like an experience I must have. I have money for the ticket. Please say there's still room."
Catrin, I just sent you something. If you can add
Oh.
the bonus to this item.
Okay.
Oh, plus
All right.
1.
All right, +1. Okay. As far as perception goes, she is a strikingly beautiful woman with a very fit body, like a yoga instructor, maybe. You could try a recall knowledge if you'd like. to see if you understand the unique nature of this being.
Does sense motive fall under perception check?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I'll be doing sense motive check then.
All right. Do you have a bonus to sense motive?
Yeah, with the eagle eye elixir.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, she doesn't seem to be using any sort of disguises or anything like that.
Okay.
All right. So Bella, you know that this creature is a Stamsarin, which is to say, all right. So they are a self-reincarnating species with extraterrestrial or celestial roots. Jury's still kind of out on that.
Is that like a phoenix?
Basically, yeah, they have something called the eternal cycle. They rarely bear children, and then when they do, they just send the kids to be raised in human society because they're generally out of touch with being young. And then they, whenever they finally die, they just reincarnate again. So yeah, once they have lived a perfect existence, they stop reincarnating and they join the River of Souls. They apparently have an agreement with Pharasma ? The lady in charge of the River of Souls, that it's okay for them to do this. They have a pass that allows them to do this.
She reflects on the fact that they just send their children off to live in societies with humans. She just kind of gets grim about it and then carries on with her reflection.
Okay. But generally, as a people, they are talented, knowledgeable, and always, for the most part, seeking new experiences. A common belief among the Tankura is that a perfect existence can only be attained if you know what you want, right? So exploring all of the different sensations, experiences, peoples of the world, you get a sense for what it is you actually like, what you think would be perfect, and then maybe one of these lifetimes you put it all together.
This one checks out. Welcome
Yep.
aboard.
Okay. All right.
And I didn't get anything from my check. On
Nope.
Okay.
Next up is a husband and wife, and they are business partners. This is Estheri. Here we go. And this is her husband, Hiram. And let's see. Hiram says, you won't believe how excited we were when we saw your flyer. I can't believe these rates. It's what, 2 days tops to Cloud Reaver? That saves us so much time and money. Please, we have a shipment of rare goods that we'll need to bring with us. What sort of accommodations do you offer for such cargo?
But we have an idea of the kind of schematics for the second kiss.
Katrin, they are not wearing any disguises. They seem to
And
be
is there-
they seem to be merchants who have rare
Okay.
goods they want to get to Cloud Reaver Keep.
Okay. I'm gonna nod to the others.
I'd say
Seem
that we
to be
can
on
move
the up
these.
and up.
We can move these goods for a percentage of the take.
A percentage of the take? Is that how shipping and transport works now? I thought I was just buying some tickets. I just wanted to know what the security options were for my goods. I don't mind keeping them in my room.
Okay, I guess that's. Wait, do we have rooms?
Yeah, so it's a luxury liner.
Okay. Yeah, we'll include it with the price of your ticket. I got a little lost. I forgot that we were just trying to fill seats, trying to make money. Okay.
I mean, if they had like 18 giant boxes, then yeah, we could charge more. But it's like a suitcase of jewelry, then.
Okay. This lady, she says,
Oh, husband of mine, my husband, I'm still so scared. Airships, they're unreliable. What if we're beset by monsters or storms? Can you assuage my fears of something terrible happening?
Safer than going on land with all the mutants and the Nex invaders out there to skin people, or be in the sky where it's mostly safe.
All right, give me a diplomacy.
Alright, what's the next? Go dice. 25.
Okay, she says, "Oh, will there be security on the ship for the people?"
Yes.
I proffer my shield and I say, of course.
Okay, that definitely assuages my fears. Husband of mine, let us go make preparations. Departures tomorrow morning?
Yeah, make sure to get some insurance for that cargo of yours.
Okay. Alright. Next up is Wutteper Heron, but you can call him Wit. He says, well, howdy, folks. I understand you've taken to the skies. That's where my destiny calls me. The name's Wit, adventurer extraordinaire.
Flesh.
No particular reason. I'm just gonna throw a sense motive on him.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you get the sense that he is not an adventurer extraordinaire. He is a commoner extraordinaire. A very foolish commoner extraordinaire. The only danger he would ever pose is to himself. However, he is strapped down with a very large gun sword.
He's in, because then he might die and we get his stuff.
Gun
Hopefully
sword.
that's not said out loud.
Gun sword. All right.
Let's
Remember, you
say
can also do recall knowledge if you want. Oh.
The caravan.
I'd like to do a recall knowledge on this guy.
Mm.
Alkenstar lore.
Okay. You know that the Heron family is quite wealthy. But Lady Margarine Heron recently died, and her only sole heir was her nephew, Wutteper Witz Heron, who likely has either inherited a fortune or at least access to a trust. Based on the fact that this guy's decked out in some very fine clothes and a brand new gun sword that still has the price tag dangling from it, you get the sense that this man has decided that he's going to use his newfound wealth to reinvent his entire life. This is his first adventure. Of many.
The sky ship will be much safer with the likes of you on board.
Do you say that to him? You
Yes.
don't even have to give me a deception. He's just like, he just inflates with pride. And he says, well, partner, it's good to have one's skills recognized. You do see that, as in the character art, he is clutching a book. The book is Adventuring for Dummies. In the revised Age of Magic.
This man's gonna die so quickly.
Alright, so he's in. Hype. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're doing great. Okay. Alright, another married couple wants to travel with you.
Right, 2 for 1s.
Let's see. This is Maggie and Rickard. They are... Where's Rickard? There he is. Alright. Maggie and Rickard introduce themselves. Maggie says, well, it's just a pleasure to meet you. We saw your billet when we were taking a stroll down by the old theater house, and we just decided on a whim and a whimsy. We haven't been out of town in a while. This will be a wonderful time for a vacation. We also have some business partners we want to meet with in Cloud River Keep, so it's a win-win for us. Close down the shop for a bit, and hopefully there's still room.
Oh, what do you sell?
Guns. Richard smiles real big, and he says, only the finest and rarest firearms available through us. We're a bit of a collector's friend, you might say.
Very good, very good. Will you be bringing any of your wares with you today?
Katrin, they are not wearing disguises, but your very high perception check reveals that they are incredibly wholesome.
I will nod to the others.
All right.
No way. Where's your shop located?
Vulture, you, with your incredible sense motive, are completely disarmed by their blunt honesty and their can-do attitudes. The firm handshake that they both give you, it unlocks something deep down. Robots maybe don't have parents, but the soul that's in your robot, maybe he did at one time. Maybe they were as cool as Maggie and Rickard. I don't know. With your recall knowledge, you do know, based on your firearms knowledge,
It
that
finally
yes,
comes to use.
yeah, they are famous gun collectors and brokers, and they definitely have reached out to shadier entities and individuals to move and acquire certain pieces. So they are not above crime if it involves collectible guns.
Does it seem like my
Also in his youth, Rickard served in the Alkenstar militia, and Maggie was in the military's medical division.
Oh, okay.
Is
They
there
actually
gun
met on the battlefield. Yeah, I don't know why Vulture. I don't know why you know so much shit about them. Maybe you worked. Maybe you worked with them. With
that's
Sid?
what my question was gonna be. Maybe
Oh,
you've
yeah,
done
yeah,
some business connections with them at some point.
100%. Yes, you know them. Yes, you and Sid have had like brunch with them, like the whole deal.
Okay. Then
Every
They're
time you do
very
business with them, it's always
brunch. Yeah, they're very brunch. These people.
business is always
I
done
love
over
them.
brunch. Yeah, they get a pass from Vulture then.
Oh man. Okay.
Is Wit's sword from their shop?
Oh, I mean, you
The
could
gun sword.
you could ask around. No. When you ask, Rickard says, ooh, that looks like a novelty piece. If I had to take a quick guess, there's all sorts of quote unquote weapon dealers at the outdoor mall. And he says the outdoor mall in like this sort of a disgusted way. They're all about look and flash, but no function. And Maggie says, ooh, I hope that boy doesn't cut his arm off or shatter the blade and have it flip back into his throat or something. That'd be terrible. Not to mention the gun sword is a bit complicated to use. He doesn't carry it with any sort of skill or proficiency. I wonder if he's just posturing, dear. And he says, well, it's not unusual for a young man to try and present. And she whispers loudly enough for everyone to hear in Rickard's ear, unless he doesn't have to. And then you see Rickard blush a little bit, and it's obvious that despite their advanced years, they're still very much in love. Wink, wink.
Good for them.
All right.
Vulture likes these people.
All right. Next up
It'd be
is
real sad when they die.
this guy.
How dare you
says-
say that, sir?
He says, good morning. My name is Mr. Fly. I should very much like to travel aboard your airship.
This is sus as fuck.
Does he blink?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Mr. Fly.
He does, with 2 sets of eyelids.
Aren't we already full?
No, you have 1 more seat.
Um.
Well, unless you're bringing, unless Duga agrees to go, which you haven't heard
Oh,
from
okay.
Duga yet.
hates us.
So, you like normal people food or?
Yes, I love people food.
I hate the way that was said.
Please
I
tell me
think
you have
we
a
should
seat
take
available.
him.
Can I
Whoa.
roll something on this guy? Alkenstar lore something. This guy creeps me out.
Yeah, sure. You can give me an Alkenstar lore.
I mean, I like him, but I mean, he's creepy.
I think we should take him.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should take.
He scares me. I think we should take him.
Let's
You know-
see. Oh, hold on. As you guys are debating whether or not to take this guy, you see further back in the queue, this gnome.
She shoulders past everybody in line.
And she says, "Now wait just a minute. I was here before this guy. I just had to go to the bathroom, and he took my place in line. It looks like the airship can't really carry more than, say, 15 people, and I can't afford to not go on this trip. Please understand, I'm on holy religious duty from the Temple of Bry."
How much can you not afford it?
"Oh, what do you mean? I have the money for a ticket." This guy looks at her, and he blinks his two sets of eyelids that only Stack has noticed, and he says, "I'm sorry, but I am in the middle of a transaction."
You must wait until it's completed.
And she says, "You don't want to take this guy. Look at him. He's weird."
Yeah, but you
I
have
mean-
the hair from the adoring fan from Oblivion, so.
"Look, my name is Usuvu. I'm
Uh,
I'm an initiate cog of the Temple of Bry, and I am called to go on this mission. It's very important."
Temple of Bride. I mean, are you sure you want to come? And I want to see. Is this person lying to me?
Yes. So,
I have a
the
thing.
first sense motive I see there was that for the wholesomeness of those people? No. That was for Mr. Fly. All right. So Vulture, Mr. Fly, there's something otherworldly, somewhat alien about him.
What? You don't
He makes
say.
he makes you feel unsafe.
but we have to learn more about him.
Do we?
Yeah, I want to know more about
No.
this
Do
guy.
we?
I don't.
I want to
Alright.
this person is obviously a
So,
criminal.
Stack, give me a deception. Give me a deception.
All right, and then I'm gonna do a
Alright.
sense motive on this new person.
Okay.
I don't want to sleep in the same area as this thing.
Okay.
All right, Vulture, you're not sure why, but it pulls at your heartstrings. This person, they need to go. Maybe it's they've received some religious vision. Maybe they have been tasked by the highest-ranking cog in the temple, but their business involves traveling on the airship to Cloud River Keep.
We burnt down their library. Like,
Yeah.
we can't.
All right, so
bring them.
Stack,
I
with your check, you get kind of the same feel. Like they're not lying. Like they do need to go. It is very important to them, and they don't seem to have any ill intent towards you guys, or even know who you guys are, because you have this awesome disguises.
Which
So
is
can you-
gonna be interesting when we are on the second day of our journey.
Yeah, and then she sets a bomb on the boat.
Well, I mean, like when we come out of our rooms wearing different disguises than the first day.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we can't take Azubu. Too
Yeah,
much of a
Azubu-
risk. We should take this creepy motherfucker instead.
I am
Yeah,
prepared
no.
to take a Suzu before that and
Yeah.
assume that we can handle them.
But he's so scary.
No, I like
know
this
he
guy.
Yeah,
You guys,
I agree with.
You guys notice timidly watching from a distance.
There he is.
Duga. He's holding overly folded, crumbled and uncrumbled and recrumbled and uncrumbled billet, and he's looking over with timid curiosity. He has a bag of from a bakery in his hand that shakes with his trembling fear.
I
He
would
seems to be.
100% take
His
this.
eyes seem to be on Usuvu.
Is he like afraid of her, or?
I mean, he definitely doesn't want to be spotted by her. He's hiding so good, which is to say, he's standing behind a trash can, where you all can see him.
She hasn't noticed him though, and she says, "I need to go. I'll pay you triple."
Why do you need to go so bad? Desperate people do desperate things, and so I don't. And they do hasty things.
Did I come across
It's too desperate.
A little bit.
Yes.
Okay. I have reason to believe that a man I love and respect deeply is in danger. And evidence tells me that he is in Cloud River Keep.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Does he
we
have a
obviously
name?
need to take them.
Yeah.
She says, his name is, and you see her, like, looking around, and she says, his name is Cloud.
Keep?
Scrubber.
Keep?
Cloud Scrubber. His name's
Oh.
Cloud Scrubber.
Okay.
Bolter will lean in to this person and be like, "Is his name Wana?"
She gasps. And she says, I don't know what you mean.
I see a small in love with a medium, and I say we gotta take her.
Oh my gosh. I want a rat guy. I mean,
Okay,
fly
let's,
guy.
Yeah.
Let's Wit, you're off the ship. Let's get Duga and go.
What? You already gave him his ticket. He's already going
Refund
to
him. Refund his gold. Get him off the ship. We need Duga.
Wow. Are you guys gonna? All right, here. I'm gonna throw up a poll. Here.
Though
Okay.
Duga honestly could sabotage us out of spite, but just really want him around because I like him as an NPC.
I mean, if we want to bring some of these people, then we could get
Just
rid
bring
of
less
some
of your own people.
Yeah, less of our own.
Well,
Do we want to do that?
Yeah. I would
Let's.
No, do you need
think
Roxy?
so.
I vote we get rid of Gert.
Yeah.
Okay,
I vote we get rid of Roxy.
If we get rid of Roxy, we bring Mr. Fly. That's my offer.
All right, let's see. Duga. All right, and
You said you're not sure about Wit now. Okay.
Well, I think we're filing through our own characters,
All right.
so we can keep that.
all right.
them
So
and not-
multiple votes are available.
So the people with the most votes is, I guess, who you'll take. All right. Roxy got 4 out of 5 votes. Wit's got 4 out of 5 votes. Duga only got 2. Usuvu got 3. Looks like that last spot's going to Usuvu. All right, we're gonna close the voting in 5,
Very sad.
4, 3, 2.
1. Okay, so you agree to let Usuvu go. You tell Mr. Fly there's no room. And do you replace somebody? I guess you replace Gert because he got a 1 with Duga. Or here, we'll have to do a second follow-up between Mr. Fly and Duga.
I will take
This-
Duga over Mr. Fly.
I'm not going on a ship with Mr. Fly.
No,
You gotta believe.
This is
I vouch for Mr. Fly.
Nope.
All right, let's
See.
Oh, wait.
My-
How about
this
we
is-
just, hey,
I
Mr.
will-
Fly,
All right, let's see.
if you drop to the skies, because everyone knows you're kind of
Oh,
creepy,
sorry,
Mr. Fly.
Sorry, Mr. Fly, you can't make it.
Look, stories like everything to an amber dragon. I need to know what this guy's doing.
Then go
Mr.
ask
Fly-
him.
Mr. Fly says, "Unfortunate. I guess my sky experiments will have to wait."
What's your thing? What's your deal, Mr. Fly? Do you lick
And he heads out.
eyeballs
He heads out.
when people sleep? What
He
is it?
takes the mystery with him.
No.
Good, good.
All right.
Get out of
so,
here with it.
so you
Don't get.
Dang. All right, so let's see.
you send everybody. We don't send everybody home. They already leave to go do their own thing. Then I suppose you go and tell Duga that you've got everybody that you need.
You mean, shit, the captain?
Yeah, Farrah Winslow. You tell her that you found. Oh my goodness, so loud! Oh my god. So you go and tell her that you got all the peeps. You're ready for this.
Before we go though, can we get a quick bit from Duga? Like, why is he here? Like, what's his feelings?
Oh yeah,
on
of
that?
course. Yeah, he wasn't sure if the vibe was right or not. So Duga approaches, looking left, looking right, unsure of how he stands and how things are gonna go. And then finally says,
Hi, I'd like one ticket, please. I have, business to attend to.
there is a great sadness that hangs over this Shuni.
And he looks like he doesn't recognize us because we're in different disguises.
Here, let me roll his perception. Oh
Guys,
shit. As he's talking to you, he squints at anyone not wearing a magical disguise. I think a 34 could actually see through a hat of disguise. Let me double check.
I mean, these aren't exactly full hats of disguises, so
Yeah, this is discount extended hat of disguise. It is only a level 1
much
level
lower
1
DC.
illusionary. Yeah. It counts as setting up a disguise for impersonate, use of deception. So against your guys' and it gives a +4 status bonus. But yeah, he would see through some of your deceptions. Like he would say, it's you.
It's
Hi
us.
again.
Where I go, you're there causing trouble. Oh, I lost my job.
And we're really sorry about that. Like, really sorry.
I got demoted. Now all I'm allowed to do is work the reference desk at the regular library.
And we're trying to help you. See? We got you a way out.
You're the ones who sent me this letter. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, I decided that I needed to take a leave of absence, give my coworkers a chance to forget about my terrible foobar. Cloud River Keep seems far enough away to maybe not start over, but take an extended sojourn.
Guys, I feel like we should pay for his ticket, if we can.
There's no answer.
We did
I was
get
thinking
rid
you
of
pay
Gert,
for
so we
it.
can.
Oh, okay. You did rid of Gert, so you could. Okay, that'd be pretty generous. Yeah, that would. Okay. He says,
So, is this a ship? Is crime gonna happen here? Because I just want to go to Cloud River Keep. I don't want to get mixed up in any shenanigans that are going on. And wait, why would you need an airship anyways? Wait, do you need an
Hey,
airship? Because
hey.
I know why you need an airship.
As long as you get out at Cloud Reaver Keep, there will be no crime.
We don't actually intend to bring crime with us wherever we go. It just sort of happens.
Okay.
In our defense, if that bounty hunter hadn't showed up, everything would have been fine.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the ticket. Doesn't make up for my open Forbidden Library initiative blowing up in my face and me having to pay reparations for the hundreds of gold and damages to the lower stacks and, my judgment being called into question. After what happened, it was like a spell broke. Everybody was like, that's a terrible idea, Duga. And I was like, I know! Why would you let the public have access to a restricted section of the library? It's stupid! But all of us, when I said the words, it just sounded so good.
Vulture just turns his head to Stack, and we are very sorry for what happened, aren't we?
I mean, yeah.
Well,
I
I
guess.
hope that whatever you're trying to do is going to make things right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't suppose you got 2 tickets, do you? I was going to take my best friend with me, and we were going to have a vacation together.
Who's your best friend?
Patience the halfling.
Wait, you're off the ship.
Wait, who's off the ship now? You kick Wit off the ship? Oh man. All right. Is anybody opposed to Wit being kicked off the ship for Patience? Do I have to take it to the polls again?
I
But he's
I'll
gonna
leave
like get
that-
into terrible scrapes so we can mentor him.
I'll leave that up to Ketrin because that's your connection, ain't it? Do you want her on board?
Yeah.
If she want to go on a date with Duga, that's fine. I was going to try and set him up with Gus, but I mean, interspecies relationships are allowed
Yeah.
in
I
this
mean-
setting. So
Patience couldn't come buy her own ticket because she's doing good works throughout the city.
yeah, she deserves a vacation.
Is it
Okay.
a maximum capacity that we're hitting, or is there still room?
Yeah, there wouldn't be enough like room essentially. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Vashon and I are gonna.
I mean,
share
you guys are already having to sleep in the crew quarters.
Mhm.
Well, let me double check. I think you guys are sleeping in the crew quarters.
So we're pretending to be guests.
Let's see. Okay, you could bring more, but then you would have to sleep in the crew quarter. Yeah, you'd have to give up. You'd have to give up one of your rooms.
Oh.
Well, Vashon and I
Uh,
can share a room, so I think we're good there.
That's
I'm
fine.
going back to get Mr. Fly then.
Nope. Vulture gives up his room. Patience comes.
All right, so Patience is also coming on the airship. Okay, all right. Whew. Okay, it's a full ship. That's exciting. All right. So you report your findings to the captain. All right, she is overjoyed that you have managed this incredible task. She introduces you to the crew. All right. She says, "This here is Tom Gordon. He's an aspiring airship pilot. He'll be learning directly underneath me and Still. Let's see, where is Still at? Oh my God. Oh, sorry, not Still. Zara. My bad. Man, I traveled way back in time for that. Still, jeez. That's some Skull and Shackle shit right there. Let's see. Ah, here we go. All right, yeah. So Zara LeBeau, her actual navigator and backup pilot, and then escapist Tom Gordon, and then Farah. So this is who's operating the cockpit. This here is Lucky Lanks. He's been working for me for a long time, since he was a kid, and he's my gopher. He knows all the ins and outs of the ships, relays messages, that sort of thing. Keeps everything running. And he looks at all of you and he says, "Hi.
Hi.
It's a
Hi.
pleasure to meet you. My name's Lanks, but a lot of people call me Lucky on account of how lucky I am. So, what I heard you're gonna be running security. That's cool. I like that. If you need anything, just ask me. I know the ship like the back of my hand.
On a scale of 1 to lucky, how lucky are you, Lucky?
Oh, I could re-roll dice, all sorts of things.
Call a lamp for you to rub later.
He blushes and he says,
Sir. I've
Oh
never
no,
been.
an actual.
Wow. I don't know how I feel about that.
Belnor looks at Stack with an alarmed look and says, I swear to God, if you rub that lamp while we're on this ship, I will throw you off board.
all right, so they introduce you to the engineering team, Gebin and Nolby. All right, Gebin and Nolby are siblings. They are Gerblin engineers of some great skill. They keep the ship running. All right. Nolby looks at all of you, and she's gonna do a perception check. Okay. Okay. Everything seems like on the up and up for her. All right. And she says to you, let's see. She says,
Don't worry about the ship. We'll keep it tip-top and ship-shape. Nobody can handle these clockwork engines like us.
And then she and Gavin, they do an exploding fist pound, where you fist pound it and the fists blow up. It's cool.
Could I
All right.
appraise their work to see if the ship is actually in good running order?
Yeah, if you want. Did you guys just want to
Can I do-
stay on the air? You're gonna stay on the airship tonight, or you guys gonna?
Well, it goes out next morning.
Yeah, it just leaves in the morning.
We can stay here. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. Maybe, I don't know. I guess we're gonna
All
lose
right.
our disguises. But we have
That's true.
quarters. We have quarters, but then we're gonna have to put on our hats inside the quarters. We're just gonna have to
Let's
use
see. Then you're introduced to Zenny the bartender, and Zenny the bartender is a bartender, and she gives you guys a thumbs up, and she says, "Well, looks like we're taking to the skies again. Don't worry, I don't just stock soda pop at my bar. If you need something hard and heavy to take the weight off, the crushing fear of flying hundreds of feet above the mantle waste through unknown terrors and disasters, I'll help you out with that." And then everyone turns to Farah and says, "Where's Cookie?" And then Farah says, Cookie got themselves killed, unfortunately. They fell in with the wrong crowd during shore leave, and, well, had to find somebody short notice. So, everyone, I'd like you to meet Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy.
What was
Seems like-
Cookie's role?
Everyone looks at you, and Zenny says, "He cooked."
Oh, Cookie. Okay. Gotcha.
And now you're trusting this scamp to do
Yeah,
it.
Duga got really excited when there was a Cookie
Yeah.
that worked on the boat. Yeah.
Could have been a soulmate.
Yeah. All right. So with that, everything is set. You guys have tonight, and then you get out. If you want, I can take everybody over to the airship so they can poke around. Let's see.
Might be wise if we just use mundane disguises while we're on this trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a bad idea. Why don't you guys go purchase yourselves some mundane disguises, and then get your secret checks rolled. I will store them, and then we'll just put them against the passives of everybody you run into.
How much do those cost?
I think it depends on how much you want to spend. Like an elite disguise kit is a level 3 item, costs 40 golds, but it gives you a +1 item bonus on checks. But a regular one is pretty affordable, I think. Disguise kit is like, I want to say 3 gold. Let me check. 2 gold for a regular one. It includes like a wig, fake facial hair, spirit gum, the stuff you need to keep the kit going. But it unlocks the impersonate deception skill, but it doesn't provide any bonuses.
I'll purchase that.
Okay.
Yeah. Put our
What?
fake mustaches on.
What plague mask faced robot would you say you were disguising yourself as to be less of yourself?
Hey, I'm trying here.
keep in mind the context clues of identifying one of you might help them identify the rest of you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's why I'm sticking myself in the crew quarters.
All right, fair
Less
enough.
visible.
Okay. If you are purchasing such a kit, go ahead and roll a hidden impersonate. So, and I will record it. Or if you already have such a kit, you could do that. I'll put this
And
right here.
can somebody just like not use their disguise kit on someone else?
Apparently not.
So with disguise kit, it allows you, the person, to make the check. That is a great question though, because I feel like somebody who's good at applying something like that. So here's what we'll do. If someone has crafting or an applicable lore, they can use it to do an aid another on these checks.
I could offer crafting aid to someone.
Okay.
Can I offer
So
crafting aid to myself?
it'll be a DC 15. Sure. Well, no, you can't really aid yourself.
Fair.
So someone else would have to help you apply it.
I feel pretty good about this. Unless I'm rolling a 1,
Okay.
you're going to get it.
All right, so that's a 15, right? And you're an expert, so you
Yep.
provide a. Is it still just a +1? You have to critically succeed to get a higher amount.
Yep, them tight maths.
All right. All right, so Bella, I've got you recorded. Vulture's disguise ain't great, but you get the feeling that there's not much you could really do about the fact that Vulture is very obviously a robot. So it is what it is there. Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay in my room.
Okay. Ketrin's disguise. If you want to give me the another check, Bella, like just crank out 3 more of them.
Sure. You got it.
Yeah. And if someone with crafting would like to help Eleanor, they can pump out a check.
Let's
3.
see, do I don't have crafting.
I think you have a higher bonus, Ketrin, than I do. I'm
I mean, for crafting, yeah, but I'm like, my racial trait is that I can't lie, so I feel like I shouldn't help.
All right, then I'll help.
Oh, good role play. Good role play.
It's not good help.
Okay, so that's not a critical failure, so I don't know if it makes it worse. I think you just don't help.
Yeah, screw it. I'll just spend a reroll on that.
Oh, okay.
Womp womp.
Okay. So you're not really, yeah. All right. Let's see. So discretion, I got your disguise down with the bonus, and then Bella, I got yours. All right, and then Dak.
I wanted to ask if I could use impersonate instead of the disguise, or.
Yeah. No, you're rolling me a hidden impersonate. That's what you're rolling.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's very convincing. All right, and we will assume these same checks just going to represent at least all of tomorrow, all of tomorrow's efforts. It is obvious to anyone with decent perception that Ketrin's disguise is good, but Ketrin is Ketrin. Like, they're not putting on a character voice. They're not, changing their mannerisms. Like, anyone who is looking for you guys would definitely spot Ketrin and Vulture. So you may want to stash them out of sight. Like, get here early and stash them out of sight, or offer to spend the night here, and then stash them in the room.
Yeah, I'm fine with spending the night.
Same.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me get everybody over onto the airship.
We just gotta get in the air, and then we'll be fine.
Once we're in the air, everyone's stuck with us. Yeah. Exactly. All right. So this ship, and you guys are gonna fly everywhere when I paste you in. That's okay. Let me get all the people in their places. Okay. I'll put most people down in the cafeteria area. Or the bar. That seems good. Alright, so am I hearing correctly? Did you kick Wit off, or is Wit still there?
I think we
Wit's still there. No,
Oh,
we
right,
gave up a room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wit is still there. Got it. Alright. Then he'll be drinking at the bar. Alright.
You can probably put discretion at the bar too.
Hype. Alright. And put them there. And put them there. Alright. And then I grab you guys. Oops. How did she end up all the way over there? Okay. Alright. And I'll put all you guys, you'll start in the bar. That'll be fine. Oh, whoops. I made discretion. Oh, why don't you guys describe your your costumes, those of you that haven't just given up on the disguise, do you have a particular look you were going for with your mundane disguise?
I think Bella is trying to go for kind of a Clark Kent. She puts on glasses that don't actually have a corrective, focus, and she tucks all of the fiery hair up into a Stetson, and that's most of it. That and a bigger coat that kind of covers her.
Got it. Bring you guys over to the airship. All right. I think there's sound on this. I'm not sure. There might be sound. Do you guys hear sound or no? On the.
I hear sound on the map.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So, since you guys have some time before this begins, I can give you a general tour of the map. So I'm going to turn off the walls real quick, so that you can kind of get a sense of all of everything. Let's see, token vision off. All right, you guys see everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so you enter the ship from the very bottom, which is this floor. So where it says exit, those stairs lead to doors that you load and unload from. This is the dining car. This is the bar. There are stairs to the upper deck here, and here, and over here. And the only bathrooms on the whole ship are here. Alright. I'm surprised they had any bathrooms, I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is, I was very proud of them. So, on the next floor up, there is the lounge and the gaming lounge. Yep, they had two lounges for some reason. I don't know. There are lots of rooms. The rooms all feature bunk beds. There is the captain's quarters. And then there is a VIP room. There's the crew quarters. And there is storage. There is the kitchen. And then access to the catwalks is here and here. And then you can get down here and here. The map has teleporters, so you'll be able to kind of move around. So the catwalk all the way over here. This is where the engineers live and the engines, which are in those housing areas. Finally, you can reach the observation deck from the catwalk by going here. It is important to note that on the observation deck, this is like railings, so you can go into these air sac areas. So you're like inside the balloon when you're up here, you know, full of dangerous gases and all that jazz. If you go upstairs, they do have two ballista for defense and incredible view. All right. So that gives you a general sense of what's happening on the ship. Okay. And now I guess we head out into the world. I'll move the clock again to the next day. All right. And you guys are going to head out. So, let me get some travel music.
Just to clarify, this is a different day than when we scouted our passengers.
Yes, this is the day of the departure. So if you did have last minute things you wanted to take care of before you headed out, you could.
I just need to constantly refill my craftables because it happens every morning.
Yep, this is a fresh day.
So today I'm feeling particularly mortal, though.
Oh, okay. What happened?
No, I can't be reincarnated anymore. If I.
Oh yeah. Well, that was you know. That was like us watching every chance you got since you got the magic lamp, sneaking out of the city to try it out. Like, because remember it was timey-wimey time, so it was a compressed downtime. So it was like you looking back at shit that you had been up to, in the background.
Mhm.
All right. So as you guys take flight, it seems like things are going well. If you've never flown by airship, it is probably an uncomfortable or exhilarating experience, or maybe a combination of both. Is there any particular NPCs you want to investigate or interact with, or do you just kind of vibe and let the magical journey unfold?
I let the people hunters, say like, oh, if you want to lose any money, there's the gaming lounge downstairs. They seem like rich people who like to that are irresponsible with their money. So
Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, you could probably convince some people to do a little gambling. So that would be fine. Let's see. You know who thinks he's good at gambling? Gus. He'll go gamble with you.
There's your sucker.
All right. So you guys go to do some gambling. I'll just teleport you over there. All right. And then Katrin, you and Vulture are lying low today.
Yep.
All right. So I'll move you guys over there. All right. Let's see. Who else would gamble? Oh yeah, Wit definitely is good at gambling. So he would definitely want to do that. Surprisingly, Rickard and Maggie do not. They want to go check out the observation deck. Maggie says, "Oh, Rickard, why don't we go to the observation deck and you could stand with your arms akimbo. I'll stand behind you and put my arms around your waist and you could shout, 'I'm the king of the world!'" And he says, "Darling, I love you more than I could ever express." And they head upstairs.
Aw, love these two.
And you hear a shout, "I'm the king of the world."
All right. Tankira is looking for experiences. She's already experienced gambling, but
Frequently, people have horrible emotional reactions to gambling, or excited ones, so it's always fun to watch. So she's going to play, but very conservatively. All right. Discretion. What do you get up to?
I'll stay in the bar and seem like the greatest listener ever, but just be trying to steal everyone's life stories.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Bella, what do you get up to?
I would go to the kitchen and get high with the kitchen staff. Make some
Dang.
flay leaf joints.
It's
Um,
just Jeremy trying his best.
Yeah, I know. I'm checking up on him. Jeremy, Bear, how'd you get here?
he says, "But hold on,
That's right,
Is that-
sweetie.
is that you? You just keep popping up everywhere you go."
Well, I've been really in the middle of things lately. But how'd you get here?
I'm always looking for work. So when I heard that they were looking for a cook, I just lied a lot about how good at cooking I am.
I had a feeling. You don't know the first thing about cooking, do you?
I mean, I made these potatoes.
He
How are the
shows you
potatoes?
the unwashed, unpeeled potatoes that are in a pot of dirty water.
Oh
They're
boy.
boiling.
We're gonna have to get Stu in here. It's gonna be a lot of grilled cheeses on this mission.
All right, fair enough. Stu
see-
arrives, takes over Jeremy's job for him.
All right, there we go. So, any new any side effects pop up since the last time we talked? No reason why. Just curious.
Huh? No.
Any health conditions? Okay, good. Don't worry about that. Forget I said anything.
Okay.
All right, and so he's just trying to live his best life. It's hard. It's hard out there. All right, as you guys are sailing along, let's see. You said you wanted to check in on the engines. Go ahead and give me a crafting check on these engines.
Okay. What's that? Could I use engineering lore instead?
Oh yes.
Because
So
I've
give
had
me
a need for it.
give me a recall knowledge, so then I can just grab that. Cameraman did terrible. That's the worst, cameraman. All right.
Well, I don't know if that has stats, but you know I've said many times of my feet combination. That means I can't.
By
critically
your
fail.
estimation, the engines are in great shape. They seem relatively
Well, we're flying, so
stable and secure. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but I mean they are maintained. Like they're
Yeah.
not dirty or in bad shape or rickety or anything like that. They are in good shape.
Okay.
All right, beautiful. Okay, so you guys fly. We fly for many hours. I could hear people busily making their way to and from the ship. It's cool. It's cool.
That barrel is moving everywhere.
Sorry, I'm trying to get visuals on everyone who's doing their stuff.
Oh, no worries, no worries. All right, let's see. Discretion. It's just you and Zenny, just trading stories about customers and, not being discreet at all about it. The door to the bar opens and you see Patience and Duga come in, and they order some milk, and they pull from their respective bags cookies. Patience has this look on her face, so you know they're going to be good cookies. And then they settle in to eat them.
And they're halfling.
Meanwhile, up top, Stack, are you out to win money, or are you out to make friends, or are you out to learn information from these people?
I'm out to learn information.
Okay. All right. So you can give me a gather information.
Okay.
Yep.
Gather G.
Okay. You honestly don't learn much other than that Gus is a well-meaning idiot who's got a human partner in his Dino Ranch business, but they have been constantly set back with all sorts of issues. He has volunteered to go to Cloud Reaver Keep because there is said to be a retired dino rancher there who is the wisest of all dino ranchers, and he has a list of questions that he and his partner came up with that he is supposed to ask this famous retired dino rancher. Then he will figure out a way home and share the knowledge with his best friend, and they will become the most successful dino ranchers in the world. Wit explains that he was orphaned young by an ancient red dragon. Yeah, and he's always sworn vengeance against the dragon, even when he was just a baby, because he was born on the battlefield. The last thing his mother did with her final death save was push out his body from her vagina onto the battlefield. He chewed through his own umbilical cord and hid under their corpses until the dragon went into the great dragon's sleep. Then he grew up in the dragon's dungeon before finally being able to walk, and he it's a lot of bullshit. But yeah, Tankira watches him with great interest, having never heard such a whopper in all of her many lives, as he tells the most unbelievable backstory. It's about 42 pages long.
Oh, we got one of those guys.
So when he got to the part about killing the Fire Giant King and having to take the Fire Giant's King as his own wife, as per their ancient customs, and siring 6 half-giant sons that he still writes to every week, you started to have doubts, because in the story at that point he was only 6 years old.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we could find that dragon you swore vengeance against. I think I know a guy who might know a thing or two about dragons if you're up for it.
Oh man, yeah. He says, I don't mind killing another dragon or two if I have to. And he looks at Tankira like he's really hoping to impress this beautiful, blue-skinned immortal.
She gives him a kind smile, which he takes as her being in love with him, and he is further encouraged. Why, if a dragon were to attack the ship right now, I'd kill him. probably just 2 shots of this here gun. And he fumbles for his gun blade. As he fumbles for it, it discharges into the floor. There's a loud gunshot sound. Right as that gunshot sound goes off upstairs, discretion, you are listening in to this very like elementary school level friendship conversation. Neither of them likes to use foul language. They're just talking about how rough things are going for Duga, but he can still turn it around if he believes in himself, the power of friendship and love. And then there is a slam against the window, because this is a window that looks out, and you can see this creature, which is a horrible combination of wolf, bird, and elk. It lets out a howling scream, and you see another swoop down and smash through the glass into the bar. And you realize, discretion, that there are many more flying outside and around the ship. And I will roll them all into initiative.
Yeah, I was gonna say while they're still having their like incredibly wholesome conversation, myself and Zenny are loudly laughing about the worst and most embarrassing things that bar patrons have ever told us and confessed to.
Beautiful, beautiful. I will go ahead and roll at least everybody in the bar. I'll have Zenny represent everyone that works on the ship.
Okay, because I'm going to roll 50 dudes into to combat here. Alright, and then, I mean, Wit, he's a hero. He'll roll into initiative. Alright. Alright, so go ahead and give me some initiative rolls.
I don't see
Did I
myself
not roll
this
you
tracker.
in? Hold on, where are you? Where are you?
I'm up in the kitchen.
You're up here. You're up in the kitchen. Okay. There we go.
Man. I chose a really good new potion for this day.
Aren't you gonna re-roll it? Aha.
We'll go with this one. Alright. We got time. We got time. Nobody can tell us to stop. We'll just keep going. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go.
Forgot to hold shift when I hit the button, so I had to click that a million times. Alright.
I like my screen filling up with dice. I like
Yeah. I couldn't see the map. There were so many dice. Oh, it's still
Alrighty.
coming. It's still happening.
I'm gonna begin the encounter. Duga is going to say, "Patrons, get down!" And he's gonna spend one Pac-Man to get up out of his chair and tuck it back in because he's very polite. And then he's gonna send his second Pac-Man. Definitely not casting a spell. That would be a bad idea. He's going to try to reposition
Patience. Yeah, that seems like what it'll do. Alright. Is that what it's called? Reposition? There we go. Alright, so as he goes to push her, he hits, pull her back, he instead pulls her back and she falls prone in her chair. And then seeing that she is in danger, he summons great courage and he strides forward to stand defensively over her. And as he strides, no reactions are used. Alright, but it's this one's turn. Alright, she's prone on the ground, but he rushed up to face it, so it's going to target Duga. And it's going to attack. It is going to use... let's see. Yeah, it's going to use Mimic Shadow to essentially fly in its place just to sort of activate this ability. And then he must make a wisdom saving throw as he sees that the shadow cast by the Periton is his own. Oh, spooky. Alright, he succeeds. So, he is not affected by the mimic shadow ability, which is good. Which is very good. Alright, and then the creature is going to attack him with its antlers. Here we go.
Critically hitting him.
Duga takes 25 points of damage. But he's a high-level cleric, so he is still going. And then the creature is going to, with its agile bite, try and take a bite out of him. And miss.
Alright. So creative Periton is up. It is going to... let's see... Alright, it's going to use Mimic Shadow, which allows it to fly. So... it will move in through the broken window. And then it will perform its attack. Its move. Duga, trying to make the save. He does. Alright, and then the creature is gonna, same routine, it's gonna try and do, Antler Strike. Oof. Alright, dealing 39 points of damage to Duga. And then it's going to use its fangs on him. And miss. Wow, like the exact same results from both. Tight math. Stu is explaining to Jeremy how things work when the gunshot from Wit goes off down the hallway, and he says, Madam Bellanora, you should get down. I would be in trouble if something happened to you. And then he'll go back to teaching his cooking class. Alright, Tenacious Jeremy, he looks around and he says, should we go check that out?
You keep your head down, Jeremy.
I will. I'm gonna remove myself from initiative.
Good call.
Alright, Katrin, you hear a gunshot from outside your door and to the left.
Can you ping me? I have no
yeah.
idea where I am.
You are all the way over here.
Oh, crap. I am...
Yeah, you're looking at like...
It thinks I'm the barrel, so I can't select myself, so I can't see where I am. I don't...
Really?
Yeah.
You can see the cameraman.
Right clicking on yourself in initiative. I had the same issue earlier.
Wait, oh no, I passed my turn. I did not mean to do that. Okay, I did click. Okay.
There you go.
Alright. Okay, there I am. Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
So
I
this round you're
heard...
probably looking at one to move to the door, one to open the door, and then yeah, that'll probably be it. But yeah, you heard a gunshot from this way.
Alright. I move to the door, I open the door, and I will 15. Okay.
Alright. Okay, so there's a door here on your left, or sorry, on your right, and there's a door on your left. The door on your right could have been where the gunshot came from, or the door on your left, you're not sure.
Okay.
Alright.
Play path to discretion.
Right. I will.
Oh, as your turn comes up to discretion, you would see two more Peritons fly past the window
And up. Your knowledge of the ship layout now, the only place they could be going would be the observation deck.
That's where those two wholesome people are going. Oh well. Sucks to be them, I guess.
What
Rickard.
What a hero.
Oh, there's a dog dying here. I'll just be, hey, do you guys mind if I am actually a dragon? Hypothetically.
You just say that to the room in general?
Yeah.
they're confused and screaming. So they probably don't care.
Sweet.
We really stop
Alright.
discretion.
So you tear through your flesh costume and
Action to turn into
clothes.
dragon.
pipe. Yes, the bartender screams. Patience looks back and screams.
Well, I
Tuga-
asked and you
Tuga
didn't mind.
screams because he's being killed by Peritons.
These people, I asked and everything.
Yeah.
Duga, I'll save you. Say, knowing that I've spent most of my fights unconscious. I'll run to this window and I'll try and grapple this one through the window.
Okay. So we'll treat the tables themselves as typical terrain, so you do like a little slide across the table.
Oh,
And
do
then- yeah.
so can I do an acrobatic thing to be cool? and
Yeah,
get
sure,
finished?
yeah. Now, keep in mind, there is a solid pane of glass between you and this Periton right here.
Can I smash through it as part of my grapple, or would that not work?
You could try to smash through. You get the feeling that this one that smashed through the glass, I actually need to give it some damage. It would have taken some damage to
I'm not worried about
basically
damage.
smash through it. You're not worried about. Oh my god! All right,
I didn't
the window is-
expect to be unconscious soon anyway.
the window is already compromised from this window being smashed, so you could certainly try if you wanted to attack this one.
Alright. Go grab. Aha! Holy shit,
Alright.
I smash, so I'll take some damage. I smash through and grab it with my talons.
Alright, so you just literally punch through the window.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so in doing so, we'll just say you take
6 points of slashing damage. But now your scaled arm is through the glass. You did not punch out the whole pane, just, enough for your hand to go through. But you grabbed the creature as it was flying past, and now it is like scrabbling against the glass as you have it grappled.
Okay.
Alright. And that would be your turn.
Yes.
Okay, play passes to Generous. Alright. Alright, it's flying towards the top of the ship. The bartender is up. She doesn't want any part of this. She is going to move to the door. She's going to click on the door, and she's going to run in and start screaming to everyone, "We're under attack!" Yeah, that's her turn. Alright, Patience is up. She'll do anything to protect Tuga, even use magic in the mana wastes. Uh-oh. Let's see. It is 12:30 in the afternoon. There's no modifiers, but it is the mana waste, so that's a 10 or less on a d20. Alright, desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's see. What can she cast that would save? Oh, yeah, sure. This won't be a problem. First,
she's going to use the crawl action. To crawl to here.
Then she's going to spend her other 2 to cast Flaming Spear.
Let
Saren raise light. Banish these bad guys. Let's see if there's a Wild Surge. There's not. She's so good at spells. Alright. So here comes a Flaming Spear. Do we have a Flaming Spear?
Let's see. Flaming Spear. Sure. I'll just grab a dancing lights, I guess. Oh, yeah. All right. There we go. Let's see. Cool. I'll just use that for now. All right. So you create a sphere of flame in a square within range. The sphere must be supported by a solid surface, such as a stone floor or a wooden one. Am I right? It deals 3d6 fire damage to each creature in the square where it first appears. Each creature must attempt a basic reflex save on a subsequent round. The first time you sustain the spell, you can leave the sphere in its square or roll it to another square. It deals 3d6 fire damage to each creature in that square. Okay. That sounds familiar. Alright, so she'll put it on this one. This one will attempt the reflex save.
All right, it makes the save, so it will take half the damage.
It actually takes no damage.
What? No damage from a success?
Creatures that succeed on their save take no damage instead of half.
Wow. That's terrible.
So it's even
Yeah,
worse.
This is a bad spell in 5e, and then damn, this
Nah,
is.
but a spell got changed by the way. It's cooler now. It's called Floating Flame.
Oh, it's called Floating Flame? Oh.
Yeah. It.
Alright,
But
let me see.
it's still bad though.
No, it's really good.
Doubt.
For one thing, it doesn't have that part.
Alright, so Floating Flame, we'll cast it again, hold on. Alright, you create a fire that burns without fuel and moves to your command. The flame deals 3d6 fire to each creature in the square, which appears with a basic reflex save when you sustain it. It then deals damage to each creature's space it's shared at any point during the flight. That's so much better.
Exactly.
This uses
Oh, wow.
the same damage and save, and it no longer ignores on a success. Okay, so it takes 3. That is better. Ah, that was a garbage spell. Oh my god. Alright, so the Puritan takes 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is Patient's turn. Play passes to Untrustworthy Puritan. Alright, so from down the hall, discretion, you hear people scream as a Puritan spends all of his action economy smashing through this window over here. And because of that,
birds.
I'll have to roll these 2 poor people into initiative. Alright.
And now I feel bad. Everyone we brought onto this ship is fucking dead.
What are the odds, right? You're only like 4 hours underway and you get attacked by Puritans? Psst, sounds cursed to me. Alright, Vulture, to you. You heard gunshots, you know gunshots. Ketchum left the door open. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to stride. Would my, I guess, passive perception have pointed out where that gunshot came from? Or I guess now that I'm starting to hear more commotion, would I know that it's all coming downstairs? I don't know. Anyone else who crash
hello?
or
Crash, are you muted?
Sorry. I don't know why I suddenly muted. So, Vulture and Ketron, go ahead and give me free perception checks real quick. Like, you don't have to roll a seek action, just kind of give me your quick perception checks. Ooh, okay. Vulture, you hear what sounds like a hideous amalgamation of deer, hawk, and wolf scream howling through the floorboards. Ketron, you faintly hear there are sounds of combat below you.
okay.
Now you know that there's a staircase in this room that leads to the bar, and then there's a staircase over here that leads downstairs. And there's a staircase here that leads downstairs.
Ketron's going down this one, then I'll go through this one. So I started here, so that was 15, 20. So my first stride takes me to this door.
Mhm.
Action to open. Second stride. To here. I think I have 5 more. That's it. That's all. 3
Alrighty.
actions.
That brings us to Hiram. Hiram is going to disengage. No, that's not a thing you can do. He's going to step. There we go. And then I guess he'll get up from the booth and step. So that'll be 2. And then he's going to run for it. He sees you blocking the stairs, and he cries out in alarm. He says, "Oh! Help! There's a monster!" And then he is going to keep running, I guess, this way. Alright, Nerdy Perryton is up. Okay. It's gonna fly around for a bit. All right. And then this lady is going to, get up and
Step, and then she will run this way.
all right. And I guess that pulls Lucky Lanks into this shit too. All right. Wit is up, and Wit is gonna fumble with his gun and say, "Did anybody hear something from down below? I better go check it out." And he's gonna stride downstairs. All right. The right Perryton, which is currently gripped by you. Let's see.
Yeah, sure. I guess it will try and fight you back. So discretion. It's gonna headbutt through the fucking glass.
Here we go. Oh, it is gonna miss. So you just hear it go donk as it kind of hits its head against the glass. And then it will try and hit you again.
Okay.
Okay, and then damage. So I'm gonna say that when the glass shattered, it's gonna take some damage from that, but that whole pain is gonna be gone at this point. All right. So we'll do this, kind of show that that is busted. All right, and then it's got one more pack to use. It can't get away from you. You know what? It'll just agile, try and bite you now. See what happens. Ooh, and misses with a 19. All right, Stack to you.
All right, Stack will try and meet up with all the commotion that's happening up there. Oh, excuse me, Wit. All right, I think that was 30. Try and just ride again.
All right, remember the tables are bolted to the floor and they're going to be difficult terrain.
Oh, okay, let me
So they would just be two points of movement.
do that. Very cool. One action left. I believe I could just go for a strike with the fists. Why are they private? Oops.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Alright.
What was this for?
Just to strike him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess damage.
All right, yeah. You hit it for 4, kind of drawing its attention. I think I damaged the spear, but
There we go.
all right, excellent. Bellinora, to you to finish this up for the turn and the week. What do you got?
Oops, shit! I just passed my turn. I can't get to myself. There I am. I was in barrel mode. So from where I am, I know you said that the tables are difficult terrain, but I would like to point out that I'm very small and I could be able to run underneath it probably.
You're not that small. You'd still be moving slower to kind of duck underneath it.
All right, that's fine. So I'm gonna move 10 feet, which would be the difficult terrain movement to the door.
Yeah, I mean you have to
Pac-Man,
stop
open it.
anyways to open the door because you can't divide your movement up. Yeah. All right, and then
it's all the same. And then from here, last Pac-Man, I'm going to house a cheetah's elixir if I can find it.
Oh,
Here it is.
okay.
Which is going to increase my movement speed by 10 feet for 10 minutes.
All right, nice.
And that is my turn. And
that is your turn.
I look back to the two and say, keep your heads down. Let me know. Shout out if something comes in here.
All
and
right,
shout for
and then
Vashon, who is not in initiative.
oh yeah, Vashon should be in initiative. He should be
He's probably in
somewhere
the
on
VIP
ship.
room.
Who knows where he's at? It could be anywhere. All right.
I know he went into the room that says VIP room. He assumed it was his.
So anyways, that is us for the week. All right, take you guys back to the dashboard. Ooh. Well, congratulations. You're on an airship in a steampunk adventure. I mean, it just feels right. It just feels like the right thing to do. I'm excited for you because this is a very exciting part of the adventure, in my opinion. This whole section from now forward is very, very exciting. Quick announcements. Tonight we're gonna play Vampire the Masquerade at 8. I'll be streaming it.
anyone else has any announcements, go ahead and shout them out real quick.
Anyone? Anyone?
Don't think so.
Okay. In that case, I hope everybody has a good Saturday. And if you got that 3-day weekend, I hope you enjoy the heck out of it. And if you like offering tech support, the whole community is coming together to try and help Larionis play Helldivers 2. We will be starting a GoFundMe to buy him a good computer at some point, or a PlayStation 5, depending on how many more days go by of him crying about not being able to play Helldivers 2. So if you haven't done any shareable donations yet this year, I mean, you know, I think it's tax deductible, so something to think about. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll continue this next week.
Thanks for running.
Mhm.
Great game, thank you.
See you next time.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you later.